Oh my God. I just decided to go live really quick, y'all. I know that you guys, there's so many people that are live right now in our sector. But I just figured I just go ahead and get this story out of the way. I can't after this story, I just am like, I just gotta go ahead and do this story. And I know I think D is going live in like 30 minutes or an hour from now. And I know Mob is going live. And then there's like Pro 901 is a lot. There's so many people that are live right now. But I was gonna cancel the show, and I know we're supposed to be doing another show, but I just had to get this story out of the way, y'all. I mean, I just had to get this story out of the way. And this story is more for empowerment and as a learning tool, empowering ourselves as adults to when we see something. Okay, Kodak Black. She said you'll be Kodak Black said I'm at work, but I'll be listening. Drop the link. No, let me see you. What are you talking about? No, let me see. Are you serious? Drop the link for what? What is going on with you? Power Life is here. Oh, guys, I need to cover this story really quick. I had this story just in the back of my mind. I watched like maybe 15, 20 minutes of the story, and then I just jumped out here and just ran over here and just said, I gotta be able to talk about this somewhere, somehow. This is just crazy. You guys hit that like button coming in. That's a touchy topic you're discussing. Yeah, but at some point we say that some things are touchy, but you have to be able to open your mind, perhaps to maybe help others in the future. And yeah, I know it's a trigger warning for some, but some people have to be able to get over those trigger warnings, and especially if it's something that happened to them as a child, maybe they can be the person that stands in the wings and in the gap and help a child that's in the situation, or speak up if you see something similar like that may be happening to another child. Or even as adults, I think sometimes we make these things so, like, oh my God, we can't talk about it, or we shouldn't talk about it. And that's why it keeps getting buried and people keep doing it. The more that people speak up about it, the less that we'll see this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The less that we'll see children going through this stuff. And then these people hide in the shadows, they hide in the dark. I mean, from the 15 minutes I was listening, basically it's like the mother was the mom was covering up for the new boyfriend, right? And so it almost, as an adult, it'll help us talk to other adults. And if you see another adult going too far with a child, you might say, hey, look, I think, you're going a little too far. You might need some help on that. And I think the kids were neglected in this situation, and just all the way around, it's just a bad situation for the kids. And sometimes we have to listen to things to allow ourselves to grow, in areas that we never thought we would be growing in one day. Things that we never thought we would be doing, or protesting, or talking about, or standing in the gap for. Some of these things we never thought we would be doing before. And that comes through strength, and letting some things in your past go, or some things that you knew that happened to someone else, letting those things go. And maybe you can be the one that's standing up for the children that are being abused, or for anyone that's being abused. You can be the one that's in there saying, wait, I know how to operate this situation. I know how this works, and I'm going to put my foot down, and I'm going to report this, or I'm going to do that. So I know with everybody going live here in the next 30 minutes, today, I'm going to get right into the show and let you guys start listening to a little bit of this lady, that she claims she's innocent. She claims that she's innocent, and that all this stuff. But I got, how far did I think? I think I only got. Let me see what that reason was. I said I got 15 minutes. I got it 10 minutes in, and I was just like, oh my God, this lady right here, man. Boomer is here. Everybody hit that like button coming in. Yep, it's crime time right now. We're covering the story about this crime. Y'all hit that like button. Oh yeah, let me send my thingy thing out to let them know. What am I doing? I'm sharing this to the Wabbits to let some of the Wabbits know I'm live, just in case if they want to come over. What does that say? What in the world happened? It says share the link with game over. What does that mean? Oh, there we go. I'm like, huh? I received the notification. Yay! So we're just going to jump right into the story. Like I said, there is some trigger warnings and things in here, but sometimes we got to gravitate through these trigger warnings and be able to stand up. Because remember, you're standing up for someone that is less let me say less, someone that's not as strong as you are. These are children that we are talking about. And yes, it is, a grievance thing to listen to, but sometimes we have to listen to these things to keep us aware, to keep us on our toes, and to keep us fighting for what's right. So let me go into this. Here we go. In my heart, something told me that he did something to my son. In my heart, I just knew something was wrong. Mm-hmm.
This video contains the interview of a woman accused of abusing and murdering her disabled 5-year-old son and then burying him in the yard. In December of 2017, police received a call from a man serving overseas, asking them to perform a wellness check. The man claimed that his brother, Christopher Rodriguez, and his girlfriend, Larissa Rodriguez, had killed a child and buried him in the yard.
So now, and not only that, this is a disabled child, right? The child has, I forget what it's called. Not Alzheimer's. Not Alzheimer's. Yo, we try to be professional here, y'all. I mean, not Alzheimer's. What is it? The thing is, what's the new thing that all these kids are popping up with right now? Not Down syndrome, but not Alzheimer's. What's the other thing? Jesus, I can't believe I said Alzheimer's. The kid's only 5 years old, for Christ's sakes. Autistic. He's autistic. So the child is autistic. She said that her son had issues with like communicating and things like that. So we also got to remember to stand up for, yes, autism. Thank you, Boomer. I came up with Alzheimer's, you guys, and I'll tell you why I came up with Alzheimer's. Oh my God, y'all! I was watching this other case before I started watching this one, and it was about a child, in a situation where an old man was touching a child, and he tried to claim that he had Alzheimer's, so he can't remember stuff. I was like, oh hell no! I was like, no, sir. What we are not going to do today, sir, is you're not about to sit up here and lie in our faces. And they said, how long have you been diagnosed with Alzheimer's? Oh, years. And we're like, what? So you have Alzheimer's and now you don't remember touching these kids? Oh, hell no. No, you going to jail, buddy. So anyway, I was watching that one and then I came to this one and I was just like, let me just do this one. And I know it's us going live at the last minute, but people watch the playback. We'll get through it.
Officers arrived, and while there were several children, none of them matched the description of the one they were looking for. The yard appeared undisturbed.
So there was other children there. They get there to go find out, why do we need to come to this house to look for these children that they say might be missing? No, the description didn't match the other one, so they knew this one child was missing.
But Jordan had been buried for 3 months.
Jesus.
The house was in horrible condition, infested with rats, bed bugs. A stomach-churning discovery was made when one of the children was found eating a sandwich that contained cockroaches.
Oh my God.
The social worker assigned to the family had been bribed with food stamps by Larissa. The social worker failed to check the home.
What? Now, I didn't hear that part. The social worker was bribed with food stamps? So the social worker basically didn't go back and check up on the homes and go check in there because she got bribed with food stamps? Are you for real? Oh my God. I may have gotten up to get a bottle of water or something on this part. I did not hear that. Like I said, I only got 12 minutes into the video before I gave up and said, I can't listen to the patriarchy strikes back. What are you doing over here on the other channel? Look, y'all, the patriarchy strikes back. We're over here covering crime right now for a minute. The patriarch. We're just over here on the other channel covering crime. A lot of people are live about everything that's been going on with Tekashi 6ix9ine and the sharp fight with Whack 100, and then our our sector, people have been, they've been sending pictures. It's just been, so everybody's live right now. So we're just over here getting away from the drama for a minute. The patriarchy strikes back. He said, what was his name? Eric or Brandon? What was your name? Eric or Brandon? I'm trying to remember his name. All I know is he's biracial like me. So us biracial folks got to stick together. I don't know if he has Instagram or not either. He got cussed out and they just stomped on him on the panel. We didn't get a chance to get his Instagram. We didn't get a chance to get his info or nothing, y'all. They just, as soon as he popped up there, boy. I know we gotta invite him back over next time. He was hanging in there with us though, y'all. He hung in. Now y'all know my panels are crazy. You know, our shows are crazy over there. But yeah, we was just over there last night, the patriarchy. We was just there last night. We were there the night before. We had a big crowd. We did great over there. But the patriarch part just said you and jumped in and jumped back out. He's like, He said Arabia came up and then left. But anyway, we'll get back to the show. He probably just wanted to say hey and hit the like button. That's cool. But here we go.
And this prolonged the discovery of Jordan's death. Larissa Rodriguez fed the officer a string of disturbing lies as to why Jordan was not there. And it didn't take long for everything she said to be proven false. Jordan died from a combination of abuse and neglect. And when he was found unresponsive, Christopher and Larissa chose to bury him in the yard like an animal. Some things that changed.
Jesus. He said they buried that baby in the yard like an animal. I know this stuff's hard to listen to, but let's go. We can plow through, guys. We can get through this.
Overnight, we did a lot more work on this. We just have a few questions. When this all happened, did you have a cell phone back then?
When this all happened, yeah. I just can't remember what number I had.
What kind of phone was it?
I had it was the same one as my daughter, the Samsung Galaxy M5.
What color is it?
Silver and black.
Okay. Did you also have like a Samsung phone with a white backing? Like a brand new one?
Oh, I know which phone you're talking about. That we found, my daughter had found that. It was between two phones that were in the house. There was a bigger one.
Well, this one was found underneath your back porch.
Oh, probably my kids. Probably took it and threw it back there.
Which kid?
I don't know. Probably one of my little ones.
Why would they throw it?
Because they play with it. It don't work. You know, we found it and we couldn't get it to break the code or whatever. Mariana found it when we was walking to the gas station. So we couldn't break the code or nothing. So we just let the kids play with it.
Okay. When I tell you some things that changed is we did talk with the coroner.
Okay.
And they finished their initial
Okay, so
and there's some problems.
So after they got the baby up out of the ground, the coroner said, no. There's other issues here, right? The coroner then says, no, these people, not only did they do this, but this abuse has been going on for a while, right?
Jordan had an old left wrist fracture. His left wrist was broken. At some point, it was healed. It healed on its own. How? That's something you need to tell us. Jordan also has 3 fractured left ribs that healed on their own and a fractured right.
Healing on their own means they did not take him to go get medical care for breaking his ribs and fracturing his wrist.
That healed on its own. And these are all injuries that were healing on their own without medical help, which means he was in a lot of pain for a very long time. And you're not being honest about what was happening to this kid.
See, what happened, I mean, I personally didn't, but I was scared of myself, okay?
Scared of?
I think talking to my sisters yesterday actually opened up my eyes a little bit.
Yeah, talking to your sisters yesterday. Well, the baby's been dead. Y'all buried him 6 months ago. So now you just now waking up after talking to your sister yesterday. What?
And made me realize I should not be the only one taking full blame for this.
Only one taking full blame for this. So she's already starting to admit some guilt here, right? But let's see what happens.
I never put my hands on my kids. You can ask any of them. And a lot of people used to tell me maybe that's why sometimes your kids don't listen. You know, sometimes I need to be more rough on them, but that's just not in me to sit here and
I don't want to be that mother either. I don't want to be that mother either.
Right, I don't. I mean, I was like that when I was little. I can't be that type of mom to sit there and expect you, okay, my kid may do something wrong. But I see other discipline, timeouts, corner, bedroom, sometimes my help me girl worker even seen that herself. No matter how bad my little ones can act up, I never had that in me to hit my kids.
When confronted about Jordan's injury.
So that's what bothers me right there. I never had it in me to let someone hit my kids. So you don't have it in you to let somebody else hit your kids, but you don't have it in you to hit your kids, but you're gonna let somebody else do it. I mean, what kind of crap? What kind of sense does that make? Right here, already, I'm already just starting to get mad. Right, I'm 4 minutes in. Like I said, I only listened to 12 minutes, maybe 10 minutes of this, 12 minutes of this before I came running to you guys. So you don't want to touch your kids, but you let somebody else touch your kids. And then I think what's crazy, and maybe I'm wrong, but I thought I heard she met this person off of the internet and brought this person in. I'm like, what? So maybe I'm crazy. Let me re-listen. I don't. Maybe I was blacking out or something too. As I start listening to this, I'm thinking this case is shocking, right? So I'm like, what is going on right now?
Rodriguez begins to cry and says that she isn't the type of person who could ever hit her child, and tries to shift the blame to her boyfriend. Even if she is telling the truth, the fact remains that she knowingly allowed her child to be abused and didn't seek treatment.
Exactly. You knowing he's being abused, but you come on now.
But I think I was just so scared because I used to get my ass beat by Chris just because I defended my kids. My daughter, my oldest daughter.
Wait a minute. So she's saying she was getting her ass whooped by this guy. But wait a minute, ma'am. No. See, no. If you getting your ass whooped and they getting their ass whooped, and this is not even their father, I mean, come on. I don't know. The story's starting to get really weird for me. And I understand people are being abused in this situation and getting their asses whooped, or like she said, getting stomped out or whatever. But ma'am, at some point you got to tell somebody. You can't just let this man kill your kids. And evidently this man was breaking ribs, breaking wrists. I mean, and probably about to find out more.
My oldest son can tell you. My oldest son had a cold knife on him because he put his...
Oh, Lord. So you got the other kids in the house trying to defend the younger kids and or their mother. So the oldest son goes and grabs a knife. So you mean to tell me after you go through all of this stuff with this person, you let your child get to the point where your child goes and gets a knife, putting that child in that position that he may have to either get hurt or hurt someone else. And that is a child rearing up against an adult man, right? Out of just sheer saying, I'm sick of this stuff. I've got to protect my family or whatever. And he's probably just going through all these big chains of emotions as a child and go, leave my mom alone, whatever, or leave my little brother alone. And to put him through that's abusive right there. Unbelievable. Exactly. No simple limit. Always the boyfriend being abusive to another man's kids. Exactly. And then we hear about all these molestation cases and all this stuff. I mean, I am so sick of this crap.
It's on me the way he did.
How long were you and Chris together?
About 2 years.
2 years? You only known this man for 2 years and you let him beat on your kids like that? Wow. I didn't hear that part either, y'all. What happens, y'all, when I listen to these cases, I'll be playing a game in the background. I'll be playing a game on my iPad in the background. So sometimes when the game chimes out or something, I might miss, something here and there. But I sit and listen to these cases and stuff like this for hours, playing games and stuff. But so I didn't see you. And then so we're 5 minutes in. I stopped listening after 10 minutes and came to you guys.
With you from day one?
Yeah.
Our understanding is that you were dating someone else who moved out and you met Chris online.
I was with Jake.
Okay.
But Jake wasn't in the house for more than 2 weeks.
Right.
Since when
he left and then Chris came in.
Right.
So wait.
Oh,
okay. I blame the mother now. Wait a minute. So she had only broke up with the other boyfriend for 2 weeks and then let the other guy in? And so now we're at 2 years later, right? So she breaks up with the first person and then lets this other person, I mean, wow. Okay, right there alone, that is not a way to be a mother. That is definitely not the right thing to do as a mother. You don't bring a stranger in on your kids like that.
If I could interject, please. So what I see happening is, like, I think March of 2016, you were going through the process of trying to enroll Jordan in a class that's specific for him. But is it Chris that doesn't want him to do this, or is?
But it's not Chris's son.
What I'm reading.
So it ain't no about if what is it that Chris doesn't want to do. I would say, Chris, this isn't your son. And Joker, you just got here. What the crap? So all of a sudden, this new man has a say-so on what she does with her kids. Fuck out of here.
I did try to get him enrolled in school and stuff like that.
Because what I read was Jordan would have benefited from an environment with children like him. He is autistic, most probably.
Yes. And what I did was, it was almost through the year. So when I talked to the development for the school, I said, well, they either said, well, I could send him now or send him next year. I preferred that he would have started the following year, so that way he's got a whole entire full year. And that's what my, son, to actually be around other kids, to actually learn, and to actually,
To actually learn? What is she talking about? I wanted my son to actually learn and actually be around other kids. Yeah, because the freaking grown adults in his life were beating the freaking crap out of him. What the hell are you talking about? That's why I said sometimes we got to stop and listen to cases like this to make ourselves stronger, to fight for these little ones that don't have a voice necessarily. Clarence just walked in, hit that like button.
Water.
I'll take some.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Cream sugar.
Yes, please. And I was doing what I can, and if you notice, none of my kids or nothing ever went through this until I got with Chris.
I know.
Wait a minute. None of my kids ever went through this until I got with Chris. Okay, so what is that supposed to mean? You failed. You still failed as a parent. T Love is here. You still failed as a mother. What the crap are you talking about? None of this happened to my kids. That you can see, my kids were well taken care of before Chris came along. Well, guess what? You brought Chris into the house. Chris was a stranger. You let this Chris person beat the crap out of you and your freaking kids. The hell are you talking about?
That's why, listen, Nana, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm a mother and you're a mother.
And my sisters made me realize that,
Listen, I know you.
Yeah, she was talking this crap earlier that my sisters made me realize this yesterday. Well, yesterday is too late. Y'all killed this baby 6 months ago. What the hell? Are you kidding me?
You had a horrible upbringing.
Terrible.
Okay, right there. You had a horrible upbringing. You had a terrible, and she said terrible. Listen, you still don't get a pass. You still don't get a pass to act a fool with your children just because you had a bad or terrible growing up. If anything, you should know more what it feels like to be abused. You should know more what it feels like for someone to kick you and perhaps fracture your freaking ribs or break your ribs or beat you with an extension cord or beat you too much with a switch. You should know. So all this crap about, I know, and I had such a terrible upbringing, terrible. No, then you should be the main one out here championing for these kids. You should be the main one watching like a freaking hawk who you bring into your house around your children. So bullshit. I don't want to hear that crap. Be freaking S. Yeah, I know you had such a terrible upbringing. Oh, yes, it was terrible. And if you feel like you can't control yourself, because of your past, then don't have kids. If you think you're going to end up then don't do it. So no, I don't buy this crap.
I know. So the most that we can do now is to, I understand where you're at, okay? But I have to press you on certain points.
Press you.
That's my job. And
I have to press you. I'll say, no, we're going to need to stomp your ass out for this.
it's as a human being, I know it hurts you. I can see that it hurts you.
No, no. I'm sorry, y'all. She's sitting up here saying it hurts you, and I see that it hurts you. No, the first time that I saw somebody karate kick or swoop kick or drop kick one of my kids enough to break their ribs, watching that child suffer would have been enough hurt for me. So there is no such thing as I know you're hurting and I know you was hurt when it happened. No, that child was hurting. Because in order to break somebody's ribs, you got to give them some car accident action. That impact has got to be pretty great. They ain't no knock a kid around or whoop they butt. No, this is somebody going way overboard. Way overboard. These are kids that are screaming out in sheer terror, right? And just a mother alone, if you hear your child screaming, that is enough right there to alert you as a mother something is wrong. So I don't want to hear this garbage. Exactly. Blunt force trauma. Exactly. It's got to be something pretty big. He didn't just put him over his knee and whooped his butt or got a belt out. No, somebody hit this kid like a man in the streets.
Since day one, ever since everything happened, I wanted to reach out. I wanted to tell somebody. The day it happened,
So look, there's the alternatives. I wanted to reach out. I wanted to tell somebody. I wanted. What about what the child wanted and what the child needed?
The person I wanted to talk to was my counselor. I wanted to tell her what happened. Just because
you don't need to talk to a counselor. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Something on the inside of you should have been crying out, saying, "Get out of this situation. Let me get my kids out of here before this man kills me or my kids."
I was just so scared. I needed somebody to confide in.
Okay.
And I don't have that support.
When you say the day that it happened, do you mean?
It's the same exact day.
September 21st?
Yes. When, I needed somebody to talk to. And in my heart, something told me that he did something to my son.
Yeah, I needed somebody to talk to because I had a feeling in my heart he did something to my son. Yeah, you needed somebody to talk to because you knew you sat there for 2 years and let that man abuse your kids like that. And you knew, oh shit, we done fucked up. This child ain't breathing anymore.
In my heart, I just knew something was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew it. Like, okay, if he can hit on me and he can discipline my other kids, but he wouldn't discipline them like he did Jordan.
How does he discipline Jordan?
It was just different. As far as how you said this.
What the hell is this lady talking about? He would hit my other kids differently than what he would hit him and me. So you just let this man go full throttle on the one. So the other kids, he hit them kind of in an abusive way, and he hit me kind of in an abusive way. But him, oh man, he just went ham on this specific child. Huh? Excuse me?
None of my kids got to sock in the mouth. Only Jordan. And I used to.
Wait, what? So he punched your child in the mouth? Oh my God.
And tell him don't do that. I used to get yelled at. My kids all can tell you I defended all my kids. And that's where a lot of me and his arguments came in because I did defend my kids. And that's where he would put his hands on me. He even put a sock in my mouth when I tried to yell for help. I felt like I was stuck.
Rodriguez pushes Jordan to the back.
Oh, okay, sock in the mouth. That's attempted murder. If you're trying to push something down someone's throat, that is attempted murder. What person does that? How do you find yourself? How do you find yourself wiggling your hand with a full rolled up sock trying to stuff it down somebody's throat? Then you could get attempted murder charges. And if somebody that's listening to this, if you do have abusive tendencies, you had better wake your ass up and get the help that you need, because you're going to find yourself in the same position. You said, Barbie, what's their ethnicity? The lady looks like she's black, but she's a light-skinned black woman. It looks like she's a black-skinned light woman, maybe mixed with Spanish or something like that. But maybe I'll see the guys' faces in the end. But the guys, I mean, it's just nuts.
To be the victim. There's a misconception that a victim cannot be an abuser, but the truth is that abuse is cyclical more often than not. And Jordan
was the one who did that to Jordan, and I didn't hurt Jordan.
Well, yes, you did. Well, yes, you did hurt Jordan, because you let Jordan be drop kicked, abused for 2 freaking years. Yes, you did. Yes, it's you. It's you. You're actually worse than the abuser, because you're the one that gave birth to this child, and his cries and his reaching out to you wasn't enough for you to stand up and say, none of mine. So yes, this is your fault.
Let me just say this. We've seen pictures up until Christopher Rodriguez comes in the picture. He's a healthy child. He was healthy. However, for whatever reason, he focused on that child. I don't know what that reason was.
And he tried to keep everybody away from me. I couldn't have friends. I couldn't have family. I couldn't have nobody.
I may have missed this. Did he actually physically abuse him? Did you see him?
A few times that I've seen, yes.
Okay. And what did he do?
He would smack them. Me personally didn't see him fracture anything. I didn't.
Ma'am. I didn't see him fracture anything. See, this is where the lies start happening, right? When people start saying things that don't make sense, or that sounds odd or weird. Listen, when you're talking to other human beings and they say things to you like this, I didn't see when the fracturing happened. I didn't see when his wrist. You don't have to see. You can know the next day or the following days, as that child is trying to recover from all the abuse that he received. I'm sure his wrist wasn't made of freaking steel, and he just walked around with a steel wrist and going, I'm fine, Mom. I'm sure his wrist was in pain. He was like, ugh. Or he tried to pick up something and dropped it, or he put his hand or laid down on it the wrong way. I'm sure he had issues with breathing because his ribs were broken. So all of this stupid crap right now is ridiculous. Randy Cocker said, dang, Barbie's conspiracy. I just came to give a like because I'm busy, but I may have to stay. And to that one person, what difference does it make what color ethnicity she is? So guys, like I said, this is probably close to around time where I turned it off and just came to you guys. So keep listening.
I wasn't around, or if I went to the store, or if I, went out with my kids.
You won't see a fracture.
I didn't. That's why it shocked me, because
a compound fracture.
Right, because my son had a fracture when he jumped off the bicycle. He was on the bike with my older son.
Bullshit.
So I know, I took him to the hospital for that fracture.
So you took him to the hospital for that fracture, but she did not take him to the hospital for the 3 broken ribs and the wrist fracture. But yet she took her other son that fell off a bike. Well, they were on the bike together, and one got hurt. So she took that one to the hospital, right? And then remember, they had no documentation of the other person, the other child, that has been put in the grave with all these fractures. Unbelievable.
But see, I wish I would, it was just like Jordan trying to tell me something. When I told you that when he finally took...
Jordan's trying to tell me something. So him getting his ass whooped and getting bones broken. Y'all, listen, imagine as an adult when you get your freaking bone broke. As an adult, we are in pain. So imagine this child. What is she talking about? Eden Blackman is here. He said, Barbie's Conspiracy Matrix mods and chats you're on in the office. Oh, the office is listening to us? Yay! Okay, keep letting the office listen then, because this is a learning for all of us as adults to watch how we are disciplining these kids, us as adults to report this crap as we see it. And if you are an adult with a high temper, you need to get the help that you need so you don't end up in this position.
Took his last breath. It was like he was mad. You know, like I seen in his face like he just wanted to tell me something. But I just didn't know what that something was.
Oh, she's so full of it. I just want to reach through this freaking dude. I just want to reach through this freaking iPad, really for real, and just y'all, I'm serious. You say, oh, well, we're talking about abuse and you want to abuse. I sure the heck do. And what are you going to do about it?
Him being speechless. I mean, I couldn't understand what it was. But I could tell it was just something so mad. You know, like angry.
Yeah, I would imagine.
You know, like he was trying to cuss me out or something.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I bet. Mom, why did you bring this freaking monster into our home? Yeah, she said, I think he was mad at me and maybe trying to cuss me out or something. Yeah, you're letting this new guy come into your house and freaking kick the kids in the freaking ribs and the freaking, needy loyalist here. Yeah, I'm sure he was. Listen to this crazy lady.
He was just trying to tell me, Mom, I love you. I gotta go. You know?
I gotta go. Mom, I love you. I gotta go. Gotta go where? Is this where she talks about where he starts to die? Wait a minute. Mom, I gotta go. Go where? And if he is going somewhere, y'all made him go there. He didn't just all of a sudden just up and say, oh, I'm up out of here. I gotta go. Wow, this story's turned into a fantasy for this lady. Some crazy, sick fantasy story in her mind.
Something told me that he had something to do with this. Because
yeah, right.
Every time after this happened, I just hated him. I hated everything. I hated.
Yeah, you hated him so much, you didn't report it to the police. You hated him so much, you helped him bury that baby in the backyard. That's how much you hated him. Got it. We gonna keep listening.
I just couldn't stand to be around him.
You ever asked him to leave?
You couldn't stand to be around him? Girl, they found this stuff out 6 months later. You knew that y'all buried that child and you stayed around this man for 6 months more?
I did.
Oh.
He told me that if I was to call the cops, that he had the gas in his name, that they would tell me that he resides there, that he can't.
Wait a minute. She said if he was to call, wait a minute. Now she's playing with us now. Now she's playing with me. She said he told me if I call the cops and this, and he has the gas in his name? What? He has the gas in his name and that he was going to turn off the gas bill. What? Are you crazy? Yeah, you need to be locked up with him too.
So I just felt like I was trapped.
No, this is not, no. We're talking about murder here. We're not talking about being trapped. Stop that.
Told him this is my house.
Now you want to put your foot down that it's your house. After he's broken your son's ribs 2 or 3 times, after he's broken his wrist, put socks down his mouth, almost near killing the boy. Now after he's been gone, divide and conquer is here. Now after he's gone, now it's your house. Oh, okay, I see. Now we're getting strength now to fight for our kids now. Okay. All right, let's hang on. Let's see what the strength that she had then to fight for her child after. Okay, okay.
But then he always do up. Look, he's calling the cops and he's blaming everything on me.
Right. She said, well, he always says that if he gets kicked out and if he has to leave, he's calling the cops and telling them basically what we did. Right. Exactly. And that's why you kept your evil, devious tail right with him. Because if you didn't do nothing wrong, then what would have been the problem with you calling the police from the jump? We're not talking about protection here. We're talking about a murder. That would have been your way out right there. Oh my God, he murdered my son. 911, get over here quick. Oh, now the rest of me and my kids are out of this situation since we were so trapped, right? Remember, we were trapped. And then he had his name in the gas bill and told me that if I ever had to leave, I'm going to go tell the cops. And that, I mean, what? Who does she think she's talking to?
Which I didn't hurt Jordan. I take the fault for not taking him to the doctor. Yes, that was my
Ma'am, then that is hurting Jordan. Ma'am, then that is hurting Jordan by not taking him to the hospital. This is crazy to me. That's hurting him knowing that he's hurting and you're doing nothing about it. The adults that were placed in his life to freaking protect him. The fuck wrong with you?
And my other fault was given the idea to do that. But
that lady don't need no damn tissues. I guarantee you there ain't no tears coming off out of her eyes. I can't. The interviews at a distance, I can't see her face up close, but she ain't. Girl, bye.
It hurt Jordan. It's not in my heart to hurt Jordan.
Oh,
I know that.
But it's not in my heart to hurt Jordan, but it's in my heart to let somebody else hurt Jordan. Excuse me? Excuse me? Am I crazy? It's not in my heart to hurt Jordan. I mean, trust me, I'm a good mom. But what I will do, though, for the gas bill to be paid, I will let someone else hurt him. Excuse me?
Like you. He looked just like you. Same face.
There was not one day ever since that happened I've never thought about it.
Of course, you're pathetic.
I think that's likely, but
Because Jordan didn't deserve this.
Really? Oh, so now you're gonna tell us what he didn't deserve. Oh, okay. We just arrived, y'all. Let's. All right, she's teaching us now, y'all. We're supposed to be learning something from her. She's saying Jordan didn't deserve this. Oh, okay. I somewhere along the line, I thought we were crazy. No shit, Sherlock.
Jordan's not, because we have your DNA, he's not identified yet. So I'm hopeful that later today he will be positively identified. You asked me if you could see him.
Wow. The mother asked if she can see the dead child that her and her boyfriend buried in their backyard. The child has been laying in the ground for 6 months. And she asked to see if it's him. She still wants to play that game like, well, I don't know if it's really him. Can I see him? Can I see my son that's been in the ground for 6 months? No real coffin, no nothing, just the earth and the elements getting at him. But I want to see it so I can still continue to lie to you guys and play this dumbass game like I didn't know my boyfriend did this. Are you nuts? But remember, just a second ago, you told us, oh, he said he was going to run to the cops and tell on us. So how did you know what he was going to run and go tell?
I'm going to steal one of these because you're starting to get to me. I'm sorry. Hey,
my sister's.
And trust me, she's not getting to the interviewer. The interviewer is crying because they're looking at pictures of this child that has been decimated. She's not crying for this woman. The cop is just trying to play to her liking so they can keep her talking. The cop then says, let me borrow one of these tissues from you because now you got me crying. She doesn't have that cop crying. It's that child that's got that cop crying.
I didn't realize a lot. My sister, and I mean, I haven't talked to them in years. And they said, why are you taking the blame for this guy? And I admit in my past, that's part of one of my counseling. I've had bad relationships, and it's a pattern.
Yep.
It's a pattern. And that.
Yep. And your hard-head tail didn't learn then. And your hard-head tail didn't learn then. Everybody's been telling you. Your family, like you said, I didn't talk to my sister for a year because you knew your sister was going to tell you that you fucking up. You knew your sister was going to tell you you're out of control. and he's out of control. You're out of control for allowing it. And she didn't want to hear all that, right? So now we are where we are right now, huh? Okay.
Something me and my counselor was working on. And this just happened to be another one that just,
Well, he might have been the worst one.
yeah, I think it was.
You do know we're going to go talk to Chris. Have you talked to him at all during this time?
No.
Talked to him before you were put in jail?
I talked to him. It was the same day you guys all came. I mean, not you guys, but when they came to the house, and to me, it just seemed like he didn't care.
What did you
Oh, it just seemed like he didn't care. I mean, no shit. He hasn't cared for 2 years. He's beating your tail. He's beating the other kids' tails. He's getting special beat downs from the one kid. What the hell is this lady talking about? It's like he didn't care. Excuse me? Huh? Y'all hit that like button. Get this message out.
Rodriguez has played on their sympathies and is doing her best to make sure her boyfriend takes all the blame. At this point, it's best to let her talk, because the more details she gives, the easier it will be to find inconsistencies. It will also be useful to help turn the boyfriend against her, so they can see if any of his accusations can be substantiated.
I told him
He was in jail at the time.
Yes, he called me about 6 o'clock that evening, because that's when he got supposedly off of work, from in the work or whatever he did in the kitchen. And yeah, he's like, "What's going on?" I guess because the detectives went to talk to him. And when they went to talk to him, I guess they were asking him questions.
I would have told him, what the fuck do you mean what the fuck is going on? You know what the fuck is going on. We got a freaking child, a 5-year-old child laying in the backyard. What the fuck are you talking about? Well, what's going on?
He didn't specifically go into it. He just wanted to know more about what happened on my side.
What you said.
Right. So when I sat there and I told him, and he was just like, he didn't seem like I was. You know, like I was scared, I was nervous, I'm, shaking and spooked, and it just seemed so calm.
So shaken and so spooked enough to where you didn't call the cops for 6 whole months. Right, gotcha.
And
Did he tell you what to say, what you should say, what you shouldn't say?
No. That's why when you guys came and say, now he changed up his story to something about December 2nd, that's because he heard me say it over the phone. He didn't know anything about what I told the police. But
So when we confront him with Jordan's injuries, is he going to tell us otherwise that you're the one who did it?
a woman can't do a hit that much harder.
Wait, what? Okay, now, girl, you starting to piss me off. She said basically, she did not say no. He said, so is Chris going to tell us that you were the one that created the injuries? She didn't say no or yes. She said a woman can't create those kind of injuries. This is a 5-year-old child, ma'am. And you are a grown ass woman. Of course you can create those types of injuries. Why isn't the answer absolutely no? Is Chris going to tell us that you create? Absolutely no. It should be no. N-O, no. Not no. Well, a woman can't create those kind. She's trying. Look, she thinks she's smarter than the police. She thinks she's smarter than Chris. She thinks she's smarter than anybody that might hear this. So y'all see, you guys start to see. That's why I said to get the detectives in here and get in here and let the fighters, let's listen to how sneaky these people can talk. And sometimes these people might be our own family members, and we might be listening to her go, oh yeah, you know what, honey, you're right. A woman couldn't do those kind. I know, because one time I took all my strength and tried to kick something, and I just couldn't get that kick. And that's what she wants. She wants you guys to rely on the lies.
Anybody can tell you that. And I said that.
Anybody can tell you that. She said a woman can't make those kind of injuries, even though anybody could tell you that. Who is the anybody? I would say, where are they? The John Show is here. Where are they? Who is the anybody? I would say, well, you said anybody. Can you give us like one name, please? Where they can sit up there and say a woman can't break a 5-year-old's ribs or fracture a 5-year-old's wrist. Where they at? That's what I would ask. Where they at? because I sure want to talk to them.
I mean, he's a lot stronger than I am. And me personally, you can even ask my older son. My older son will tell you, no, Angel. My oldest son will be the one to, if anything, between my oldest son and my oldest daughter.
Do you know how we would get a...
And now remember, the oldest son was the one that ran and grabbed the knife. Remember, the oldest one got so, those of you that are just walking in, the oldest son one time saw him, this man inside the house that she only met him at 2 weeks and brought him into the house. This man then came to the house and abused her and her children for 2 years. The oldest son got sick of the crap and ran and got a freaking knife.
Angel? I mean, do you know that number? Does he live on Wade Avenue with his dad? Or did they live someplace else in the first place?
His dad moved. I could try to get my little sister to contact Angel.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Angel right now, they message through Facebook Messenger. But I remember him leaving my oldest daughter a message with the phone number.
The oldest daughter is Mariana.
Yes. But I don't even know if the detectives got her phone. I mean, I tried calling. She's not answering. So I don't know if the detectives got it for like evidence or something like that.
I don't have an answer. I don't think they do, but we'll find out.
Okay, because I've been trying to call her just to see how she's been doing.
Yeah, no, she's probably not answering the phone because she can't believe how much you were a fool to this man. Your sister's probably sick to her freaking stomach, freaking crying her freaking eyes out, freaking pacing the goddamn floors in the house, wondering how could this shit happen? The hell are you talking about?
Well, I think right now she's in custody with foster care. So I think right now it's probably in her best interest that they keep the kids away from all this. Give them a break. Right. Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
New Year's is coming up. Let them enjoy the holidays. They're going through enough right now. Because we're going to sit down with Mariana and have a talk with her too, but we're trying to give her some time to.
And can you guys at least tell her so that way she doesn't feel like she's scared? She doesn't have.
Jesus. No Limit CEO said, I had to save my mother from an abusive boyfriend, Barbie, at age 17. She put me out and then let him come back. Oh my God. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. This is nuts. So those of you that are just walking in thinking that you guys can't listen to something like this and this may be triggering, no, keep your asses here so that you can learn how to help others in life. Even if you were in this position as a child or you knew someone, I don't need you triggered and freaking out going, I don't think I can listen to this. No, we need you here to listen to this because kids that know what it's like can be raised up to be warriors and stand for the other ones that can't have a voice, like this 5-year-old child. When you see somebody doing something off and crazy, report it and make a thing of it. I see.
To talk.
And No Limit CEO said it's about sex with the women. Listen, there ain't nothing that good that no other man can't give you. And if the one ain't giving you something, trust me, you can find it somewhere else. Trust me. They're out there. I don't want to hear that stuff. So I think they blame it on that to give an excuse, but no, they want to be right. They want to not have the failures. They have the pride in them that says, no, I know who I picked, and this man is good for me, and y'all just trying to tear us apart, and we're not going to let the world, it's us against the world. No, that's called pride and acting like a disobedient woman. That is a disobedient woman to allow a man to keep going and riding in on the kids like that. No, you can get good sex somewhere else. You said he was thugged out. Y'all are crazy.
Can you guys please tell her that you guys know that I did open up and tell them and tell you guys?
We will tell her that you told
because she doesn't open up too much.
Yeah, because she's saying her other daughter doesn't open up that much. And can you guys tell her that I opened up and said for her to talk and everything? Well, yeah, because you guys are beating the crap out of the freaking kids.
She's probably older than her years.
Yeah.
You'd be more comfortable talking with Detective Remington?
Yeah.
Well, then,
I mean, not only that, but at the same time, if she knows that mom opened up and mom, you know, was honest and told, then she'll feel like it's okay for her to open up, that she doesn't have to feel scared that he's going to do something.
So
What?
do you want to know about the children? You have 4 older children.
They
split them 2 and 2.
2 and 2. One of the dads was just here yesterday. They came and saw me yesterday. Okay. But I kind of almost refused their visit. But
notice how she keeps over talking the detective. She keeps over talking the detective. It's like, ma'am, you've had your chance to act like you're a good mom. You've had, oh yeah, they, the other 2, oh yeah, they split them up. Oh yeah, they came and visited me yesterday. Oh yeah, they support me. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Abuser, of course, is gonna the children that are abused. Of course, they're gonna support you, love you. You're their mother. God, Lee.
I didn't, just because something told me it would make me feel better.
Yeah, make you feel better. Exactly. Something told me it was going to make me feel better. Right. Yeah. What about your kids?
The older children are 1 hour from the city of Cleveland. They're together.
Business here. We're just going over the story. Those of y'all that are just walking in, just listening. We're pissed.
2 and 2 in 2 different.
The girls, with the girls and the boys.
I don't know that specifically. All I know is that Erica Armstrong and Bill Rozier, I think. So they're in charge of their placement.
The trauma, but to ensure that their statements aren't influenced by anything they make.
The Ohio mandates that DCFS talks with them in the first week. We decided between the 2 of us, spent 10 years in sex crimes and child abuse.
So the lady that she's talking to has been doing this for 10 years. So all this extra stuff she's giving her and about we were abused and we were this and we nothing. You let this man abuse your child and break your child's ribs and put that baby in the grave.
I want to give your children a chance to decompress, to have normal holidays.
Right.
And then
to let this, pass over through the holidays.
This is
oh my God, shut up.
Jordan is deceased. It will further be traumatic. So
oh my God, would this lady shut up? To let them have normal holidays. Yeah. Ma'am, that's because you haven't been giving them normal holidays. Shut your tail up.
In their first visit, a counselor from Frontline will be with them, and they will explain to them that Jordan is deceased. And then Ray and I would like to sit down with Mariana because she's the oldest, and it's my understanding, you can correct me if my understanding is wrong, she was close with Jordan. And it's also my understanding that Mariana may have been touched physically by Christopher.
What? All right, I'm done.
And I know that.
Oh my God. 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 Did y'all just hear that? Oh my God. Oh my God. So not only is he abusing and stomping out the little boy, breaking his ribs and breaking his wrist, now the little girl comes forward and says he's been touching me. So now the little girl comes forward and says he's been touching me. You can New Limit CEO, send the link to my Instagram because I won't be able to look at it right now. So now the little girl comes out and says he's been touching me. So she loves this man so much that she allowed this man to abuse her children and practically end up killing one of them, putting them in the backyard in the grave. And now the little girl is saying, yeah, and he's been touching me. Unbelievable.
Mariana was always with me.
Okay.
Mariana's a mom.
Y'all hear her already? That's not true. Mariana is always with me. You hear this lady caping for this man still? You hear her, you hear this, y'all? She is still fighting for this Christopher person. Remember, she's like, I hate him now. I hate him for what What? And now you're telling, well, that's not possible. Mariana is always with me. She's always with me. What? Are you crazy? You think we're stupid?
She's never been alone with him.
That's good.
She's always, every time I go to the store, it's Mom, I'm going with you. You know, so that for a fact, I know.
Has she ever witnessed
She,
anything between you and Chris?
no. I mean, are you talking about like
Sex?
No.
Okay.
No, none of my kids.
Okay.
None of my kids. I'm not that type of mom where we sit there and make it.
I don't think you are, but if he's a predator, in other words, if he's attracted to you because he's got a home with you, he's got somebody putting a roof over his head and feeding him, and he's really attracted to kids, then he's playing you to get to her.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And if this lady doesn't, oh my God, I can't, oh my God. So,
And she may be afraid to tell you that.
Okay.
yes, the child is afraid to tell you because you ain't doing shit to protect them. And then, well, kids get afraid to tell too just because they're threatened. But I needed to add that for good measure. Good measure.
Let's look into that for me.
I absolutely will.
I mean, because I personally.
Can y'all look into that for me? What the fuck are you talking about? Can y'all look into that for me? No, we're not doing our jobs at all. That's why we got your ass right here in prison, and we're gonna put his ass in prison. Oh, we're doing our fucking job. Oh, we're looking into it. Can y'all look into that for me? Yeah, and when we get the information, we're gonna get your tail locked up even longer. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have your tail locked up for even longer. How about that? Can y'all look into it for me? I mean, I'm so lost, and I don't even understand what's going on. I mean, wow, that's crazy. I mean, she was always with me, but I mean, but can y'all look into it for me? What? Pathetic.
Don't think that, but who knows, you know? And I said that because I was, you know, touched when I was little. When I was.
Then that would make you even more protective over your little girl. Oh my God, I want to just reach through this freaking screen. Because I was touched. Can y'all look into it for me? Because I was touched as a little girl, and you never know. Well, that's what they was trying to tell yo dumb tail. Yo dumb tail met him only for 2 weeks and brought him into the house. And yo dumb tail let him abuse them kids for 2 years. What you mean? Can y'all look into it for me? Yeah, we're going to look into it for you, and we're not going to tell you the results. We're going to let your ass sit in a freaking dark, cold space for the next 25 freaking years. Right, Nene?
5 years old. By my foster brother, my 18-year-old foster brother. And they always say, if it happened to you, it could be possible to happen to your child.
Then wake your dumb ass up. Then keep your fucking eyes open. Don't let a man around your babies. Are you nuts?
And I just want to make sure that that's cleared.
Well,
I want that.
No, it ain't cleared. No, no, it ain't cleared. What we gonna do is we gonna find out if you knew he was touching that baby. That's what I want to know. So we can put a sock in your mouth, like you said he was doing. Yeah, we need to. I bet it'll probably never come out. But I have a sneaky feeling she may have knew. That baby probably came to her and said, "Mommy, he's done something," and she probably overlooked it like the stupid dumb bitch that she is.
To share that with me if it has happened. And she has a unique relationship with her brothers and sisters in that.
And I also said it because her bond with Chris wasn't too
Yeah,
Mariana's one.
I would think not. She said her bond with Chris wasn't too good. But ma'am, who the fuck? I just this lady does not need to be in around children ever. She does. I don't care if she gets out of jail in 15 years or 20, she does not need to be around kids whatsoever. She is definitely not a protector of children. She is definitely not one to have around children because she is dumb as the day is long.
She doesn't clinch on to everybody, you know, as far as males.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Mom, yeah, she's very close to that. She's she's always been with me. Dad's never been there. You know, she's never really had a father figure to step up and be that father figure, which she thought was Chris until the day Chris put his hands on him.
No Limit, I don't know yet. I just ran to y'all with this. I heard the first 10 minutes of it and I ran to y'all. We're 24 minutes in right now.
You know, and it's just like, that's why the relationship wasn't until kind of like towards the endish, you know, like recently, to where her body's okay. You know, it's not like.
How far into the relationship are you and Chris before he puts his hands on you?
I would say, because it's technically not 2 years until this February.
Wow. So we don't even have a full 2 years. We don't even have a full 2 years before she let this man start abusing her kids and all this other stuff. So you mean to tell me?
A year. It's about a year. Right?
Lies.
No.
She's saying he waited a whole year before he started putting his hands on her. She's a liar. That's a full-blown lie, ma'am. And that's why it took her so long to come up with maybe 8 months, not I mean, a year. I think it was a whole year. In other words, she's kicking kitty litter all over him, making it look like no, she's kicking the kitty litter over top of herself so we don't look at her and make it look like all just him, like, oh yeah, this woman really was, it really was, deceived by this man. Girl, please, ain't nobody buying that.
I think he comes into the picture in February of 2016.
No, March.
Okay.
It came in March.
Okay.
It was
2015.
16, because this is going to be 18 and then.
Yeah. So
it would be.
So it would be actually 2 years in March.
So funny, huh?
So it's been about a year.
So you're a year in when he puts his hands on you the first time?
When he finally put his hands on me the first time.
See, when y'all hear stuff like that, when he finally put his hands on me, see, that right there, I don't buy that. When he finally put his hands on me, I mean, who talks like this? Liars. There is no finally. Let me guess. When people start using words like this and carrying their sentence, it's a lie. There is no such thing as finally put their hands on me. Either they put their hands on you or not. There is no finally. When he finally BS
was when his brother came into town. And I'm the type where, okay,
yeah, right.
At least make them ahead of time. You knew your brother was coming into town. And if we had plans, you're going to stop our plans just to be with your brother. And I kind of got upset because he said, oh, come on, let's go play some basketball.
When presented with the information that
what? So his brother is coming into town, but she's mad because they have plans. Oh, look. So look, I see what she's doing now. She's trying to make it look like she seemed like she was the aggressor in the situation, right? Like, wait a minute, it's my fault. I'm the one that triggered it. His brother came into town and we already had plans, but he wanted to drop his plans for his brother. And I got, I let it get the best of me. And then, he hit me. So I should have stayed in my place and not said anything. Girl, if you don't stop with me with this, girl, please don't do this to yourself. You already look bad. Stop it.
Been molested. Rodriguez denies that it is possible. The child doesn't like to be away from her and avoids being alone with Christopher. This behavior is consistent with a child that has been sexually abused.
Exactly.
We complain about our time. Now that we have our time, or kids are, it's just family, And then when we do have our time, you want to go run off with your brother.
Ma'am, you just said his brother came into town. He didn't just want to go run off with his brother. His brother came into town. So if you are in a relationship, that is a love, that is a give and take situation. That is, oh, we had plans, but guess what? I'll make an exception because his brother just came into town. Let them go be brothers and go do brother things. Step back for a moment. So I don't buy that crap. I don't buy that at all. Well, we had plans. And now that your brother's here, you want to go leave and do this. And now I'm going to get into an uproar, which is going to cause you to hit me. That is the dumbest crap I've ever heard in my life. This lady is lying big time.
So, I mean, I addressed it to him. No attitude, no nothing.
Yeah, right.
You know, and he just got pissed.
Wow. Okay.
Which brother?
Oh.
The one that's...
So y'all hear her? So y'all hear her making it seem like it was her fault now? Like, you know, this is my fault. You know, I didn't get loud or anything. I just, all I did was just...
in Pakistan or wherever he is. He just got real pissed, started hitting me, and, you know, just literally that day he gave me a black eye.
Does Scotty know about this?
Wow. So the first time... I'm done. So because you made a stink about his brother coming into town and then wanting to go play basketball together, he punches you in your eye. Oh my God. No, either he's been punching you in your eye or this is not the truth. This is not what happened. He's just been hitting you all along. It ain't got nothing to do with the brother coming into town. Absurd.
I mean, every time we got into it, he would always call his brother, but always make me look like I'm the bad one. But
Biz said that she looked like a crackhead. Biz, it looks like she's like Hispanic and black, maybe. She looks like a light-skinned black woman or Hispanic and black, and she has on a lace front. She doesn't look like she keeps up herself well. It looks like the lace front is kind of like, but no, she looks normal. She looks like just one of those girls that would be at the club, like doing the most. She looks like one of them girls that be at the club doing the most or something. When they finally get a chance to get out of the house or something, they just acting wild.
he knows his brother. Sometimes he would get mad because his brother would defend me. So he knows, you know, like situations that we've been through. You know, some things that he's always called them every time. You know, or talk about he's going to pack up his stuff and leave. And, you know, it's just, okay, then leave. I would have been more happy, you know, but maybe all this would have been told and said a long time ago. You know, maybe that would, but with him not leaving, with him threatening me, with him putting his hands on me, it got so bad my son grabbed a knife on him. And I'm sorry, I know this is domestic violence towards me, but I see it as self-defense. He's got a scar on his back because I did it. Just self-defending myself.
Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this? She's already trying to build this case. She's already trying to build it like, you know, had it not been for me, you know, we probably wouldn't be in this situation. I probably sent on some triggers too. See, that's where that foolish woman stuff comes in, right? That foolish pride with not wanting to be wrong on who they chose as a spouse, not wanting to be wrong that I done fucked up, not wanting to be wrong is I feel like shit now that I'm a mother that let this man abuse me and my kids and I'm a dummy and I fell for it. So now she's trying to add extra measure, extra stuff to it and go, well, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna say I did something to him too. You know, he has a scar on his back. You know, I've been violent too, and that probably could. There, here we go again.
Because he went and literally choked me, put me in the kitchen, slammed me against stuff, had a knife in his hand. I found something, I don't know whether it was a screwdriver or something.
So now he has a knife now. So everybody just pulling knives in the house. Kids' ribs are getting kicked in. Freaking kids are getting their freaking wrists broken. I mean, all this stuff is going all over to get a gas bill paid. Excuse me? Excuse me? All over to get a gas bill paid. Excuse me?
Something. And just got him right
out the house.
And those were her words, that he was paying the gas bill. So I didn't add that.
Somebody called.
No, nobody. And that's what gets me is that street is so highly protected by police. That why didn't somebody? I mean, I even tried to jump out the window.
Oh, she's such a liar. She's such a liar. I even tried to jump out of a window one time. But yet you wouldn't jump out a window for your son after he's gotten his ribs broken 3 times, after he's gotten his wrist broken, and after y'all buried him in the backyard? You won't jump out the window then? Right. Gotcha.
I felt like I couldn't even leave my house.
Oh.
And then when I sat there screaming, he put a sock in my mouth. So I couldn't. And then when
Wow.
I'm sitting there screaming, you know, like I'm screaming, and you're sitting there choking me.
Let me ask you this. Is he, what you described to me about Jordan, losing weight in his arms while developing a pot belly, that's malnutrition.
See, you can even when
Wow. So they starved that baby so bad, they said that he looked like he was one of those children from Africa. They said that his stomach became super bloated. So not only are they abusing him physically, but now they're also abusing him by keeping him from not allowing him to eat food. So how are we going to blame all of this on Chris? That's what I'm saying. This is her fault too. She is just as bad as the abuser for allowing it to happen.
talk to my daughter. That's why I thought something was wrong going on with his kidney.
Okay, but
Because
my
he was
question
losing
is,
weight, he was doing, but
I'm not saying you did this. My question is that some sort of discipline that he does to this child?
no,
Does he withhold food from him?
no. That's why none of us ever thought it would have been anything like that. Me,
Who is none of us? Who is this none of us would have ever thought this? Who is this none of us? Just because you talked to your sister yesterday and she made you realize that you done fucked up, now it's none of us never thought this would have ever happened. Who is this none of us? No, this is you. This is you and Chris. So ain't no this none of us nothing. This is your hard head tail choosing the wrong man and acting like a tackhead.
it was his kidney because when he eat, everybody eat. All my kids eat first. I served every single last kid of mine first, and my daughter and my son. Anybody can tell you. When I cook big meals. Mm-hmm. And George,
liar. Anytime you ever hear a woman that ain't past the age of 50, or that's the age of 50, I'm trying to give a big number. Any woman that ain't past the age of 40, talking about she cooking big meals, that's a lie. I cook big meals. Have you ever heard women tell y'all this? Oh, I cook big meals. I cook at home. I cook. When somebody gives you a description, I cook big meals. We know that's a lie. Because how many people are you cooking for? Are you cooking for an army? Are you cooking for grandkids, nieces, and uncles? Usually the women that are cooking big meals are the ones that are cooking for all the people in the family that live there. So I don't want to hear this. I cook big meals. I know Arabia. I don't know if you want to keep listening in, but if Arabia wants to keep listening on this one, this is about us empowering and standing up to these abusers that are abusing women and children, and us pointing out the evil behavior that these people have going on in their lives. So I don't know if this is going to trigger Arabia or not. It's up to her if she wants to continue to listen or not. But this is the crime section of our show. But if Arabia, there might be a trigger, but if Arabia wants to keep listening in, she can. I cook big meals. You cook big meals, but yet they say the child was down to skin and bones and had a pot belly like the children in Africa were starving. They starved that baby. A person, y'all weren't here at the beginning of the live. A person sent out a welfare check saying that so I guess it was an uncle or somebody called and they were asking around the holidays to talk to the kids. Well, the other kids were saying, oh, we haven't seen him. The little kids were like, I don't know where he is. We haven't seen him. So the guy was like, oh, so the kids haven't seen him. Where is it? So the person called from overseas and told the cops, go do a welfare check. I think my nephew or whoever, cousin or whatever, I think he's missing. And so they went to the house to go look for him and he wasn't there. They did a further investigation and found that the child had been abused and beaten and buried in the backyard. And now this stupid woman is sitting up here lying to us, saying she hadn't been starving this baby.
He was one to always eat. Mm-hmm. Always. We had pizza. He's like 5-6 pieces of pizza. And it's surprising me because
now we know she lying. So a 5-year-old ate 6 pieces of pizza. It's like a spit pieces of pizza. But a 6-year-old child ate 6 pieces of pizza. Come on now, this lady is crazy. What? That's a half of a pizza. That's a half of a pizza. And he's only 5, right? The child is 5 years old. He's not eating 6 pieces of pizza, ma'am. Stop the crap. I know we're on the other channel, we say stop the cap. Over here, it's stop the freaking crap. I mean, this is absurd.
It was like, where do you put it, Jordan? You know, like.
Oh, y'all hear this? Where do you put it, Jordan? You ate 6 pieces of pizza, but you still look like you're a starving child in the country of Africa. Are you kidding me right now? What? Where do you put it, Jordan? I mean, Jordan.
He always ate. That's why it surprised me when he started kind of losing his appetite.
Yeah, because y'all were beating the shit out of him, and he had 3 freaking broken freaking ribs. Who can eat with broken ribs? It's hard. That's a digestion process. Yeah, of course he started losing his appetite towards the end. He had a fucking broken wrist and a freaking black eye. Fuck wrong with you?
I used to have to sit with him and say, Jordan, you gotta at least eat something. At least take a couple bites. You know, because
you gotta do something, Jordan, because if you don't, we're gonna get in trouble. Jordan, come on now. I know we didn't beat the shit out of you, but you gotta do something, Jordan. Jordan, come on, eat this food, Jordan.
When does he appetite? And I used to have to sit with him and say, Jordan, you gotta at least eat something. At least take a couple bites. You know, because I never had that problem with him.
When does he begin losing his appetite?
We went from eating 6 pizzas to Jordan, you gotta eat something. I mean, we went from eating 6 pieces of pizza. Come on, Jordan. She said I even had to sit there with them. Come on, you know. We starved you for 2 or 3 days, and now that we see you getting, starved you for 2 days, and now we see you getting low on energy. Oh my God, come on, eat, do something.
I don't know the specific date. I mean,
like 2 months.
Summertime, springtime, wintertime.
I could say it was about late. I mean, maybe summer, early summer. You know, he started losing appetite. I got him to at least drink something. I don't, you know.
If your child starts to lose their appetite, you take them to the doctor. If all of a sudden your child just starts not wanting to eat and just and just turn their head, not wanting to eat, and they're just losing weight and their stomach is blowing up. Excuse me?
Some behaviors where I saw where I'm called for. Sometimes Jordan will wake up. I mean, remember how I told you, like, with his rocking?
That's a signature. I don't mean to.
No, he's always did that ever since when he was.
That's sort of a signature of children who have spent time in an incubator or children who are autistic. They will rock and self-soothe themselves.
See, that's the first time I heard that.
Jordan was visibly malnourished.
Yeah, so I wonder if the detective said that's common signs of a child that's been in an incubator or that has autism. So was this mother on crack when she had the baby? Because why would the baby be in an incubator?
And Rodriguez's assumption that he would take them to the doctor as quickly as possible. She claims he was not being starved, but her actions say otherwise.
Because I even asked the doctor too, and I was like, why does he do that? You know, I guess
self-soother.
Because I wasn't there to, you know, rock him and cuddle him, and, you know, until he was 4 months.
Oh, so her baby lived in an incubator for up until 4 months old. So yeah, something happened here. Something happened here.
But that was what he used to do. And then he used to get up in the middle of the nighttime. I used to, like, he would sleepwalk. So I would, you know, sometimes have to keep an extra eye on him. Because I caught him one time going to the bathroom, getting toilet water and drinking toilet water. And I'm looking like, why is he, you know, like, is he?
Yeah, because you guys are starving him.
Even alert when he's doing this? You know, it'd be like certain behavior, you know, like, and I used to have to stop him. He'd go straight to the refrigerator. I don't even know if he's like awake when he's doing this, or if he's sleeping, or it's just things I had to watch out with him. And he would just like get into anything and everything. And I noticed that when he did it, even after Jordan was gone, my other son was doing it. My other little son, my 4-year-old.
Yeah, probably because after Jordan was done and buried in the backyard, he probably started beating on the other one even more. This lady's dumb as hell. She's telling us everything. They don't even need to do a full investigation. She's telling us everything that happened, y'all.
Looking like, is it because he watched Jordan do it? Or why is he doing the same thing that Jordan was doing? It's a good question.
Yeah, good question.
I mean, is it a behavioral thing? I mean, it's just something that I recognize that Jordan used to do that. And it was just, and Jordan was perfectly fine. It was just something I felt like in the house too. Like it was not really wanting us there.
Wait, what? I felt like something in the house was not wanting us there. You see, when people are drowning, are y'all starting to see this? When people are drowning, these are the kind of comments and the little things that they say, right? They say all this stuff where stuff doesn't make sense, right? I kind of felt like there was something in the house that, didn't want us there.
Something. And I guess I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I found out after I moved there. Because when I went to see the house, they had a caution thingy wrapped around it, kind of like on the front bush. And I looked like maybe it was just for a Halloween decoration or something. But the neighbors and somebody had told me that actually a father had killed his son. Or something happened there. So it kind of like,
Oh my God, y'all. Do y'all hear this? She's saying before she moved into this house a long time ago, she remembers seeing caution tape around the house and that a father killed his son in that house. So now she's saying now that they're there, she thinks this spirit was inside of this house that caused all of this to happen. Unbelievable. Y'all, oh my God, everything you can imagine is in this video. Huh? Excuse me? So, you know how many homes that have had crimes in it, ma'am, that they don't even tell us about, or that's happened over the years and the decades, and people live just fine, ma'am? You are full of garbage.
This house is just like bad luck.
Wow. Oh, so let's just blame it on the house. Oh my God. Yeah. You know what? If you get online and find out that something's ever happened in a home before you buy it, just blame it on the house, right? Kill anybody who you want, freaking knock anybody out, start starving kids, and just blame it on the freaking house. Blame it on the goddamn house. So I knew something was wrong with this house. What the hell are you talking about? Excuse me? Ma'am, death happens every day. People die every day. Accidents happen every day. Murders happen every day. People leave this earth in the bucketfuls every day. That means we shouldn't be able to live nowhere. Even when you go buy a new house that no one's ever never lived in, that land has been lived on at some point. That land has had something that has happened to it. So all this stupid crap, now we're getting into spirits and entities, and maybe that something drove this situation to happen. Are you crazy? Yeah, this lady's crazy.
I mean, Jordan's behaviors didn't start till we moved there.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. So now So now we're saying that the child's behavior has changed. So Jordan really didn't change until we moved there. So I think that the spirit or this entity from the murders that happened before jumped on my child, which caused my new boyfriend to murder him. What? Do we look like Boo-Foo the clown to you? I mean, do we look like Boo-Foo the clown? I mean, are you kidding me? I know, and ever since we moved in, I tell you what, Jordan, just all of a sudden, it's just like like on those movies, like when you're watching movies and a spirit takes over you, like in the movies. Who the hell this lady thinks she's talking to?
I never seen Jordan behavior act any different. His behavior just changed.
Yeah.
He's just like, I had to observe.
And your behavior changed too, for the worst.
I'm a lot more there. Things that he was doing, I never seen him do.
Well, to be fair, by the time you moved there, he's really developing. An autistic child might be a little bit delayed.
Right, and he was 3 months delayed.
He's probably even more delayed than that. If we didn't get him into school. But he's developing into himself at age 3. So is it a coincidence? I don't know. Is there something to do with this house? Perhaps.
No, I'm done. I am so freaking done, man. You know what? This is why listen, if y'all don't have a cat or a dog, get one. If you don't have a cat or a dog, get one. Trust me, at some point you're going to need them, because there are going to be days you're not even going to want to deal with humans. And this is the reason why right here. Get a cat, get a freaking dog, because there's going to be days where you want to just slam the door in some of these humans' faces. Even in your own family, just slam the door and just be like, nope, bye. And just let the door close. Because of foolery like this. Yeah, just give your life to your dogs and get you at. Yeah, don't even have hope in you. This is crazy. This is crazy.
The things happen with Jordan. My other little one, he was 3. He was doing the same thing Jordan.
Right? Is it a coincidence?
So now then the spirit jumped off of Jordan since he's dead and jumped on the 3-year-old now. This is what she's telling us. This is the bill of health she's trying to sell us, is that the house had a spirit on it, and once Jordan died, then the spirit then jumped on the 3-year-old. Now the 3-year-old is starting to act like Jordan now, with the waking up, having the night terrors or the nightmares or the sleepwalking. Now all these things are happening to the 3-year-old now.
Is there, obviously you believe in spirits.
I went through a couple things myself, so that's why,
oh my God. Now she's saying I've been through things myself. In other words, she's going to try to convince us that a spirit or something may have jumped on her at some point, or she may have had an encounter with the other side, so to speak, that caused all of this foolery and this madness, right? All these extra excuses that no one understands.
Spirits too. Good and bad. Obviously, you believe in spirits.
I went through a couple things myself, so that's why, I
believe in spirits too. Good and bad.
Yeah, and you let that demonic spirit in your house.
I've actually had one.
What kind of spirit is Christopher Rodriguez?
Right, thank you.
He's a Roman Catholic.
The fuck are you talking about? Wait a minute, what? She said, what kind of spirit is this Chris, which is the guy that's been abusive? And she said, he's a Roman Catholic. Well, right there, okay. But wait, what? Does this lady even know how to answer questions? She said, what kind of spirit is he? Well, he's a Roman Catholic. Oh, buddy.
His religious affiliation. What kind of spirit is Christopher Rodriguez?
He's a Roman Catholic. So
I'm not talking about his religious affiliation.
What do you mean?
Right, ma'am. She's not asking what. She doesn't even know what the hell she's talking about. She said, what kind of spirit is Chris? The guy that freaking killed the kids. She asked him, what kind of spirit is he? And she said, oh, he's a Roman Catholic. Ma'am, she's not asking what religion this guy believes in. She's asking, what kind of spirit do you think he has in him? Lord have mercy.
He believes in St. Michael.
Does he have a good soul?
What?
With light in it? Or does he have a...
I don't care who you believe in. If you put your hands on a child and break their ribs or break their wrists and constantly keep them in an abusive situation and or kill them, I don't care what religion you did. Religion ain't got shit to do with this. Every religion has somebody acting a fool in it somewhere.
Black soul.
I say he's got a little bit of both. But when his anger,
A good soul with light in it, or does he have a black soul?
I say he's got a little bit of both.
He's got a little bit of a black soul and and a little bit of a light soul. What the fuck is she? He has a little bit of a black soul and a little bit of a light soul. Huh? Excuse me?
But when his anger comes out, it's real nasty. It's terrible.
In an attempt to distract the investigators from focusing on the things that were done to Jordan, Rodriguez tries to blame it on the house being haunted. The investigator has enough experience and skill not to be sidetracked. She is able to use this line of conversation to bring the focus back to Christopher, what kind of person he is.
Yeah.
Even though Rodriguez has painted him as an abuser, she is reluctant to label him as a bad person.
Right. Let's bring the focus back to his dumb tail and your dumb tail.
So he's an angry black cloud.
He's a what?
He went through a lot of things too.
Wait, what?
As a bad person.
So he's an angry black cloud.
An angry black cloud.
He went through a lot of things too in his.
He's an angry black cloud. What the hell does that mean? And now she's getting ready to tell us how much stuff he's been through. I mean, I just don't get this crap.
But I mean, I've never been with somebody so angry like that.
Then why?
Everybody sitting here in this room has been through some horrible things in their life.
Right. I mean, I even did too. But I mean,
but you didn't. I turn them around to your kids.
No, never.
But
never.
The difference is, and this is my experience of 10 years working over there. Those ain't his kids.
Right.
His mouth may say, "These are my kids."
Right. But his actions speak.
But at the end of the day, that's some other man's kid. And
Facts.
if he's interfering with my time, with you,
right? And his
yep.
was always, your baby daddy's gonna try to come back and this and that.
Oh, so he had a problem with the baby daddy might be coming back. Yeah, baby daddy coming back and beating your ass for hitting his kids. He sure should have came back.
My kid, and, it was always just something with him. I mean,
so he's jealous.
It was always something with him, but you let him stay. What the hell are you talking about? It was always something. She's acting like she's on the outside looking in, right? Like she's the sister or the person that was trying to help. I know it was always something with him. I mean, we knew it. Ma'am, you had control over the situation. What the hell are you talking about? I mean, there was always something with him. I mean, can you believe it? I mean, she's acting like she's standing outside of the yellow tape. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And you're the one that allowed him to act a fool in your house.
Yeah, all that. He's a jealous guy.
Very, very. And that's one reason why I don't have my Facebook, is because I get compliments about how pretty I am and this and that. And all I said was thank you. It was a compliment. That's what you say when somebody gives you a compliment.
I know you're gonna ask if she's pretty. She's an average looking woman. I mean, with some makeup and stuff, I think she can be really dialed up with some makeup. I mean, with her little features like that. I mean, she's average. She's not ugly or nothing. So I know someone's gonna ask if she's pretty, but I just answered that for y'all.
Thank you.
She's like a mixture of like maybe Hispanic and black. Like she's mixed with Hispanic and black or something.
There was no conversation other than thank you. And I had to hear it.
Male or female? Could be.
There was one time, everything was
She might be Puerto Rican and black, something like that.
perfectly fine. He was sitting up in the room. Says that the ghost spirit in the house, the female ghost spirit that we have in our house, sat there and told him to look at my Facebook. Looking about on some.
Wait, what? She said that the female ghost spirit in the house told Chris, the abuser, to go look at her Facebook? Yo, we can't do this anymore. Yo, what in the hell is going on right now? She said that the female spirit in the house told Chris, the abuser, to go look at her Facebook, to go see what she's doing. to go be concerned about who's saying that if she's pretty or not on Facebook. On Facebook. On Facebook. Oh my God, yo, we can't make this. Lord have mercy, that Facebook. Every time that Facebook.
But in the past. It was somebody in the past that we never did anything. We were friends.
Okay.
Nothing. And I got a kid.
Listen, I have a really unique perspective.
And nobody fucking cares, ma'am.
There's almost no female that I've ever met that hasn't had an unwanted sexual experience. And what those unwanted sexual experiences create are broken souls.
Excuse me?
So I completely understand the position that you're in.
No, I'm lost there. I don't know what the fuck.
If you want to continue.
I don't know what the fuck they talking about right here, though. I don't know. Unwanted sexual stuff. I don't know. Were they saying spirits are doing stuff to them? Y'all, I'm skipping over that. See, what I don't do is if somebody starts seeing some weird stuff, I don't put none of that shit in my head. I ain't got time. No. You're not going to describe it to me. You're not going to try to get me to understand it. If I don't understand some weird stuff like that about spiritual, bye. Saying that it is unwanted sexual stuff spiritually, bye. Gone. Y'all gone somewhere else with that. Y'all can go and do that somewhere else. Y'all, what you are not going to do is you are not going to plant no stupid stuff in my head. No, you're not.
This conversation later today, I'm happy to do that. If you want me to pull you back over here, I'm happy to do that. I feel for where you're at, because no woman should ever have to bury their child, and I think you did the best you could with what you had, but that guy was using you.
And that's why I told my sisters too. I said, if I ever get up out of here, I'm not going back. My sisters said that they would help me get back on my feet, do what I have to do. Because
then why didn't you get that help? Then why didn't you get that help? You let it go to the point where someone's been murdered. I don't buy it. My sister said that they would help. My sister said this. My sister said that. My sister, everything they said to you, you denied it.
I always had my kids. My kids have never been a day without me. This is my first Christmas without my kids.
Yeah, because you put yourself here.
At the end of the day, and I.
Yeah, it's your first Christmas without them, because you did this to yourself. You put yourself here.
I understand how you feel about it if I ever get up out of here. I don't know what they're going to charge you with. My suspicion is it's going to be murder B. That's my suspicion. And what gets me is he's not going to get charged for anything. Oh, that's not going to be true.
Ma'am, what the fuck are you talking about? He's not going to get charged for anything. Now it's all going to be poured down on me. And basically, I got my hands over my eyes with one eye peeking through my hands going, are y'all going to charge him with anything? And actually let me in on what the charges look like. Can you tell me so I can start manipulating that too? Girl, ain't nobody buying this fake crying stuff.
That's not going to be true.
And what does murder be?
Right. There we go.
It's causing the death of another without a plan to actually do it.
I see.
And how much time am I really looking?
I see.
I can't.
Or just like a kind of.
I see.
I would say, honestly, I would say probably double digits.
What's that?
At least in the neighborhood of a double digit. Now, I don't know what happens later on down the line. And I'm not in charge of that. I can only tell you that I had one other scenario that was very similar to this, and that particular female is doing 8 years. But I would submit this to you. Were it me in your shoes, I would be thankful that my children are in home.
Listen, and I know somebody like No Limit CEO put in here, that's why I love being single. Well, with that said, you also still have to stay on your toes about if you, let's say you had a child with someone else and then you guys are split. you guys still have to stay on your toes about other children that your exes bring around your kids. So whether you choose the right path and say, well, I'm just gonna stay away from all this stuff, and I'm gonna just try to just, not be around all this and be careful who I watch, who I bring into my home. Well, you still have to worry about your baby's mama. So I'm like Biz saying that he has a baby. Biz still has to worry and cross his fingers sometimes, worrying about who's being brought around his daughter whenever she's in the presence of his mother, right? So at the end of the day, we all can say, oh, we're watching, but you also, that's why you got to be careful who you impregnate, who you allow to be the mother of your child, who you allow to be the father of your child. Because even if you're doing everything right and taking the perfect steps and doing all this stuff, the spouse will still, you say, well, I got my daughter with me, I got my son with me. Well, there'll be times in their lives where they will have to go back home to the mom or go back to the father's house for the weekend. And who's there? Who's in that house? Exactly. Oh yeah, business. He said the police are interviewing her because they were. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He said the police are interviewing her because they were saying what she wanted to hear, so they can dog walk her into a corner. Exactly. Oh yeah, they'll tell you what they want to hear just to get you in there talking and get to saying something so you can get your tail caught up. So. Yo, I mean, we cannot make this crap. I mean, this just gets crazy, especially with anything that's gutter trash. I don't want it. Don't want it.
Where the adults can take care of them. This is not going to prohibit you from having conversation with your children.
Instead of focusing on the death of her son, Rodriguez is more concerned about how much jail time she might have to serve. Such questions are not going to make her a very sympathetic figure while on trial, as they show her to be selfish and callous.
This is not going to prohibit you from having a place in your children's life. You will still have communication with them. And you have a unique opportunity here. It doesn't matter what you do to your children. They will always love you.
Of course.
The important thing here is that you tell the truth, all the truth, even the truth as they see it.
Mm-hmm.
You ask for forgiveness and you move forward.
It's time to put the smack down.
Christopher, and I promise you, I know you wanted to punch me in the nose yesterday, and I accept that.
I was being sarcastic.
I was just being a tackhead. I knew the officials were coming for me, but I just had to be a tackhead. I mean, I had to just act like a wild ratchet, just any old thing, and just act crazy. I know I'm so cute, right? So the police are coming to arrest your dumb tail, and you acting a fool talking about you want to fight the police officer. Luke Gage is here. Hit that like button coming in, y'all. So you just can't stop acting a fool.
And it's my job.
But I'm not a fighter.
It's my job to make you
I think
angry.
I kind of got off that way because I'm so used to like being like when the guys come at me like that. It just I don't know. It's just like.
Do you understand that it's your eternal need to be with a guy that is attracting guys like that?
And that's what I need to change.
Well, and this is a unique opportunity to do that.
I have
heal
to do for
that
myself.
part of you.
Right.
So kind of not at all promiscuous. Feel good about themselves if they have a significant peace with being alone and
that's
only when I'm good at what I did.
Brooklyn Lady Ellie is here.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
You still are. You do a very good job.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I've been you as a kid. As a kid, my life wasn't as, not that you can, I don't think you had a great dad either.
I really didn't know my dad. He passed away when I was 5. I mean,
Yeah, and now you allowed your son to pass away at the age of 5. Unbelievable.
That took all 3 of us, all 3 sisters. Yes. But they kicked, and it was court papered, and she didn't have a great life herself. I mean that, you know what? Hopefully I don't end up like her.
This is your unique opportunity.
Well, it's too late. You ended up just like her, allowing abusive men to come into your home and come in and kill your child. So, yep, you failed.
To change the end of your life.
Because I could have been dead.
Of course you
I
could
could
have.
have been dead.
You could have been dead. Ma'am, your son is dead. Why are we talking about you right now? Ma'am, why would you even want to be alive right now knowing your son is dead at the age of 5? I just don't get this crap. Oh yeah, I could have been dead, just I had to stay strong all my life. Oh, I forgot. I'm here about my 5-year-old son that I buried in the backyard. What? Huh? Oh, I forgot that I tried to blame that it was spirits in the house that caused the death of my son. What?
And it used to get him mad because sometimes even after the situation with Jordan, it used to get me mad because he put his hands on me and choked me. And I had knocked on my head and I said, I just wish I was with Jordan. And he said, what did you say?
Yeah, I bet you wish you were with Jordan now, because now you're going to jail in the double digits. Now your tail is going. I bet you do. Because now your sister looking at you crazy, your family looking at you crazy, going, how did you help this man bury your 5-year-old baby and put him in the backyard? I just want to be with Jordan. I bet you do. I bet you do want to be with Jordan, because you know your tail has been caught. Exactly, Brooklyn Lady Ellie.
I said, I wish I was with Jordan.
Oh,
I wish I could take Jordan's place for him.
Oh, ma'am, you could have taken Jordan's place. When you were watching that man breaking that baby's ribs, breaking his wrist, you could have jumped in front of him and said, not my child. You're going to have to take my life before you're going to take my child's life. So how do you sit up here and say, I wish it had been me instead of Jordan? Are you crazy? Are you nuts?
And he was just like, because he didn't like the fact that I used to bring him Jordan. Oh, you don't need nobody hearing, what happened and this and that. He would get pissed off.
What do you think he did to Jordan?
I think that morning, technically.
What? I think that morning, technically. Huh? Whoa, what? Huh? I think that morning, technically. What the hell are you talking about, technically? We're talking about the death of a 5-year-old child that you helped bury in your backyard and left there for 6 months. What the hell do you mean, technically? Hey, Lovely is here. Absolutely, Luke Gage. Absolutely. She was a hard-headed, disobedient woman that realized that she made the wrong choice for a man, but didn't want to back down. She wanted to keep that man around because she wanted to prove to everybody, look at what I got. Look who I got. I made the right decision. I know what I'm doing. Acting just like a tackhead by letting these weird, she only knew the man let the man move in. She knew the man for 2 weeks. Let him move in and let him discipline her kids for 2 years until he finally snapped and ended up killing one of them. Stupid.
Something had to happen. I don't know what it could have been.
The investigator does an excellent job of building a connection with Rodriguez. When this happened, it significantly increases the chances of getting useful information from these interrogations, whether that is in the form of a confession or the suspect oversharing because they believe someone is on their side.
Something had to happen because Jordan wouldn't just collapse like that.
What are you talking about? Jordan wouldn't have collapsed like that. Well, if you're not feeding him, and they say he has the stomach size of an Africa, like the children in Africa, and his wrists were tiny. Well, he's not made of steel. Of course he's going to collapse. For him to collapse like that, I was surprised. What the hell are you talking about? He's been healing wounds inside of his body. He's been healing freaking broken ribs. He's been healing a broken wrist without the proper nutrition. He's been being starved. People said his stomach was blown up. He was thin. And what the fuck do you mean? I'm surprised he collapsed like that. It is what it is here. What the hell are you talking about, lady? I'm surprised he collapsed like that. What did you thought he was a freaking warrior? He's 5 freaking years old getting stomped out by a grown man. Are you nuts?
Might have pushed him, shoved him, punched him. Could have even punched him.
Does he punch
Who knows? No, I've never seen him. But I mean, if you're talking about any type of fractures, I mean, who's to say?
There's a big difference between punching a child in the face where you can see the mark, or punching a child.
I'm going to interview the other one now.
Okay. Punching a child in the rib cage, and no one sees that. So what I'm saying to you is, this guy's a street dude. He knows how to hit.
Right.
He knows how to hit somebody in soft places with a hard object and not leave a mark.
I know, Luke.
What did he put a kidney shot on that boy? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who's to say?
What did he was pissed off at that kid for whatever reason, puts a kidney shot on the good kidney, and it's lights out.
Shut down.
Yeah. So now we could be very likely leaning toward a situation where Jordan was beaten to death.
Yeah, and this is a grown man hitting a 5-year-old child.
Based upon all these pre-mortem injuries that are in different stages of healing.
Pre-mortem, meaning they found these injuries after, being the fact that after he died, they found injuries that have been healing in the body for months before he died.
And something told me, I don't know what it was, it's just a feeling that he had something to do with this.
What the hell are you
not once, ever. And as you've seen for yourself, pictures and everything, I've always posted. My kids were always healthy. I've always took care of my kids. I never did my kids. Everybody used to tell me, even the officer at the house, yes, you can. He's like, maybe you need a spanking, and that's not in me to do that. When I was little, I got hit with extension cords. I got hit with boards. I had a kneel on rice on a carpet. And I told myself, those are things I never want my kids to go through.
Right. So why did you let it happen? And those of you that are just walking into this live, we have been breaking this interview down by piece. Those of you that are just walking in and maybe want to rewind it, I think you can rewind it as we were playing it. Or if you want to wait for the live to be over and listen to it and get caught up on the first part of it. This whole thing has been jam-packed with just exposing this lady to be a freaking liar.
Nothing.
Hey, I don't want to be that mom either.
That's horrible.
I don't want to be that mommy. I don't want to compel my child through fear.
And I remember he always used to tell me, well, you need to discipline your kids and this and this and that. And it's just like, I'm doing my best to discipline my kids.
What is his definition of discipline?
His, I guess, is more like spanking and
Yeah, right.
I don't know what he considers discipline.
Did you see him put the sock in Jordan's mouth and put him in a
One time I did, yes. And
No, she's seen
I
it
didn't
many
like it.
times.
I did.
Did he make Jordan sit in the closet?
Not that I know of. Not that I know, but it can't no say when I step out or, something like that. But as far as the closet goes, I know my kids play in the closet. That's all I know. My kids love to sit there and hang on the little bar thingy. And one time I caught my little one just sitting on the shelf up there. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? Typical kids, But as far as that, I don't know. But my Jordan didn't deserve any of this.
Well, and what I suggested to you yesterday is that the only way you heal yourself from all of this is to take responsibility for your side of the street.
Exactly.
Meaning, if I drank, if I doped, if I didn't keep house, if I didn't put sheets on your bed, if I didn't feed you, if I was overwhelmed, if I didn't do my part to take care of you, then I own that.
No, it's just like I take the responsibility. I didn't take him to the doctor. That was my fault.
Ma'am.
I didn't call the ambulance when he needed it. That was my fault.
Oh, yeah.
I also had part in putting him there because I just had a baby. So, and I'm feeling depressed. I diagnosed with PTSD,
All these excuses, right?
And probably postpartum.
And, I didn't know what to do. I just got scared. And I just was like, and I wasn't ready to let Jordan go because I've been through so much with Jordan. By myself, even before I got with Chris, I was taking him to the doctor. It was a lot, but I was working on getting there because my social worker, my counselor has a preemie. So she was working with me on some things that I could do with Jordan.
Well, let me ask you this. I don't know who Patrick Strawn is. My understanding from you is that this was a one-time liaison with him, or a couple of time liaison with him.
What?
Yeah, and then I got pregnant, and here comes Jordan, and I didn't want nothing to do with him. He didn't want nothing to do with me.
Okay.
So I told him,
So get pregnant. So she has 4 kids by 4 different men.
set him back, and I told him, you need to go to Texas, back home where where you are.
So, but my question to you is, not to cut you off, and I know you need to talk about this stuff to get it out.
Rodriguez takes responsibility for very little and changes the subject as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
When asked about Jordan's biological father, she becomes uncomfortable with the subject.
Mm-hmm.
The law says that he has a right to Jordan because he's the father. What that he never comes forward, or we don't find him,
He's not gonna come.
How do you know?
then who would you want to have Jordan?
My sister, and I talked to her last night.
Michelle?
Yeah, Michelle,
Okay.
because she's more responsible. Michelle's more responsible. She's the oldest.
So, in the absence of Patrick Strawn, you would want her to have Jordan's remains?
Yes.
And to follow through with what she wanted to do, which was a cremation.
Yes.
And to
Unbelievable.
the remains between his siblings.
What?
I think that would be best. I talked to her yesterday, and I told her I was going to let you know that, because we all agree, he's never been there. He never wanted no part of Jordan. And even on Facebook, I could even show you from old messages. I sent him pictures of when he was in the NICU.
Mm-hmm.
I told him when he was born. I didn't have to tell him. Those are things that even I try to connect with his sister. I didn't get nothing from him.
Well, what if they come back and they do want him? Then what?
I doubt it. I mean,
But if they do, then there's nothing we can do.
Yep.
I hope
There's
not,
nothing
for
they
your
can
sake.
do.
And
personally, I don't think they will. They've never stepped up before. So I'm thinking, we just got to think, I'm just going to have my sister do everything until further notice. If he does come through, if he doesn't, I don't know.
Okay.
But
do you have any questions for me
She doesn't care.
at this juncture?
No. But would I still be able to see him?
Yeah.
So,
to at least say my last, finals.
Why would you want to see a child that you put in a grave 6 months ago with no box, no nothing, where the elements of the earth has gotten to him? Why would she want to see this child's body like this? Can I still see him? She keeps asking to see him. That right there, I don't get. He hasn't been in a closed coffin. He hasn't. If they wrapped him up in a blanket and then put him in the ground, what does she want to see? I don't get that.
If I can't, I'll just, say it in prayer or whatever to myself. But I think I just kind of need that.
She needs to, what she wants to do, now she got caught, she wants to go apologize to that baby. Then it's too late. She wants to go apologize to that baby and say, Mama loves you and everything else, so she can be okay with herself. So she can have closure for herself. Wow. So she wants to do this for herself. So she wants to be able to say, I'm sorry, and this and this and this. I'm sorry I have to, so that she can sleep at night, huh? I would say no. I would say nope. Whatever haunting dreams you have from this point moving forward, they're going to stay there.
That closure.
I don't suspect that they're done with their examination at this point. And I think that
they're not going to.
They're probably not going to allow you that.
Right. Thank you.
And I don't think that you want to see photos of him. You actually physically want to see your child.
Right. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Why would you want to see that? This is the craziest thing. Why would you want to? Because you're in so much of a desperation so that you can sleep at night. You're so desperate to get this shit off of your head, to where you would rather see that baby all decayed up and been in the ground for 6 months just so you can get over there and say sorry so you can sleep at night. Nuh-uh. No, you don't get a second chance. No. Nope.
That's very true.
other questions yet for me at this juncture?
So they're gonna go ahead and charge me?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, what you
I'm
think
going
this
to charge you
is?
today
What do you think this is,
at
girl?
some point, and you'll probably go to court in the morning. And then in the morning, we're going to talk to the other half of the equation in Medina County. Well, I really don't care if he speaks or not. And I want you to know that I helped to arrange the visit with your sisters.
Thank you. That helped a lot.
Fuck you.
You can't go through this alone. And what I would say to you is I've had members of my own family do big chunks of time for some really fucked up shit.
And they told me, Larissa, you've never had a record. You shouldn't even be here.
She said they told you you don't have a record. You shouldn't be here. That's because you never got caught, you stupid bitch. What the hell?
And now I feel bad because my little sister,
Oh.
she's taking it hard. And
Oh.
I know that she feels it's her fault.
Wait, how does she wait, what? She said, I know my little sister is taking it hard. I know she feels like it's her fault. Girl, y'all gonna get me tripped up. Y'all gonna make the real me come up out of this motherfucker.
It's not her fault.
When it comes to murder, having any sort of previous arrest record is a moot point. This isn't something like a traffic violation where a person...
Right, fuck out of here.
I assured her that the other half of the equation will be held responsible for his part in it. Because it's undeniable that when he comes into the picture, that this child's life changed irrevocably. So,
Because I was in plenty other relationships before him and
Well,
nothing happened.
yeah, but this time, but that's because none of them were abusive, you stupid bitch. But you let this one stay there. You said, now, all the other men I ever had, none of this never happened. Yeah, because they weren't a monster with no soul. So this lady is still trying to act like she's not responsible for this shit. No, ma'am, you are the main person responsible for this. Ridiculous.
I'll be right back.
His car in the driveway.
I don't know what they're showing right now. I guess they're showing the video to where they went to go do the arrest. I'm not sure. Let's keep watching. I don't know what's going on.
Is it a...
Oh. Oh, so they're showing the video of where they went in to go check up on this call about this 5-year-old not being around. So they show her in the house. So let's see if she says anything.
Okay. Is it a boy? A girl? What?
Hello, boy.
A boy. What's the boy's name? Okay. Excuse me, name.
Is there anything?
Well, we got a call. Want us to check on the well-being of the 4 to 5 year old.
I'll make it to you.
Okay. What can we see? Okay, I believe you. Okay. Okay.
Oh, look at that. So the reason why they're showing this, because when the cop says we're coming to check on the 5-year-old, she says, oh, okay, come on upstairs and come look. She never said, you're right, he's missing. She starts to show him the other kids. Wow, this lady really thinks that these people are stupid. Woo, lady.
Hello, kids. All right. All right.
So look at that. Ain't that something?
What's your name now, please?
Yeah, bitch.
Is there, I mean, a reason?
She's asking them, is there a reason that they're there? Look. She knows her 5-year-old son is in that ground, y'all, in the backyard. She knows that 5-year-old baby is in the ground in the backyard. She says, was there a reason why someone called to be here? Wow. Look, y'all see that evil? Look at that evil.
It's like 4 in the room there. How many kids do you have now?
I have 9 altogether, but I have some that don't live with me.
What? She has 9 kids. This lady has 9 kids. She said, but they all don't live with me. So some kids have been taken away at some point. Whoa.
But these are the ones that do live with me. He's been in jail for child support. He's been in there since like October.
Was he here when the dog bit the lady?
Yeah.
That was him, right? Was that him?
Yeah. But he had favored in there. He's been in the diner family.
Rodriguez responds to the wellness check, failing to mention that Jordan isn't there.
Right. So she knew. So all that crying in the detective's office and all that blaming on Chris and all that stuff. But when they're there to help, remember, I'm trapped. There's a cop right here in front of her face, and she's still pretending like Jordan not missing.
So Chris has been in jail
Since October. He's been in the diner family.
Oh, so Chris, she said that Chris has been in jail since October, but I bet she's been going up there visiting him. I bet she has been. Putting money on his books and everything. Stupid bitch.
And look,
He's been over 20
What's his last name? What's Christopher's last name? Rodriguez?
Mm-hmm.
Is that your husband?
No, we're not legally married.
Gotcha. He's in jail in the diner?
Yeah, he's in the diner family. He's been in there since October 25th. October 24th, October 25th, something.
Do you have a child with special needs?
Oh, Jordan? Yes, I do.
Where is he?
Jordan, he is just turned 5.
Where is he?
He's with his dad. He's visiting, going to be visiting for the holiday. He's not here with us.
No, let me see, yo. I had to get something to eat. I was sitting here for 2 hours. I got so hungry. I was like, I thought I could sneak in a quick snack. I was just eating this stuff, trying to eat it so fast. I'm like, trying to eat it so you guys wouldn't notice me. Oh my goodness. What is this? What is it? You that Barbie girl. Yo, so look at this now. Now they're asking about Jordan. And then she playing dumb and acting a fool.
Jordan, he is just turned 5.
Where's Jordan at?
He's with his dad. He's visiting, going to be visiting for the holiday.
Oh, so she just lied. She said Jordan is with his dad. But remember, I got caught. Yeah, Biz, I got caught. But y'all remember, I was trying to chew that food fast. I was like, hoping y'all wouldn't notice. But y'all, she just got caught in a lie, y'all. She said Jordan is with his father. But remember earlier, she was crying on our shoulder, right? That, oh, he ain't never been in his life and he ain't gonna do nothing for him. And look, here we go. And yes, I was eating real. That makes her an accessory. She the main one that probably allowed the shit. She knew that baby was getting hurt and she let it happen. Stupid. Oh, I'm trying. John sure is laughing. This said you got caught. But what is this right here, though? Wait a minute. You that, Barbie. What is this? You that? Luke Cage. What does this mean? You that? What is going on right now? Look, now Nightbot wants to pop up now, y'all. Look, almost the whole show is over with. Here come Nightbot. He wasn't now. He's been here the past what 20 minutes, but he wasn't here the whole show, and now here he come. I guess that's because we haven't been over here in a while. He was rusty. But y'all hear this lady lying? This lady's evil. This lady is a witch.
He's not here with us right now.
He's not here with us. Yeah, because he's dead. He's not here. You know, that's what you say about dead people. Oh, he's no longer with us. I mean, this is crazy. Yeah, he's no longer with us. Let's rewind this stupid crap.
Do you have a child with special needs?
Oh, Jordan? Yes, I do.
How old is Jordan?
Jordan, he is just turned 5.
Where's Jordan at?
He's with his dad. He's visiting for the holiday. He's not here with us right now for the holiday.
Where's Dad?
In Texas. He's not even here. Is that who you guys are pertaining to?
Maybe possibly.
Is that who you guys are pertaining to? Oh my God. Is that who you guys are pertaining? You guys are looking for Jordan? Yeah, of course, ma'am, because half your freaking kids are God knows where. And then, ma'am, this lady, oh my God, she's so evil. Is that who you guys are pertaining to? No, we're looking for Jordan Peele. We're looking for Michael Jordan. I mean, is that who you guys? No, I'm sorry, man. We're actually looking for Michael Jordan. Of course, that's who they're pertaining to. God, Lee, how many kids do you have named Jordan?
What was the call maybe about?
Just checking the welfare.
Oh. I get these all the time because I got ignorant ones who want to sit there for a long time.
Do you know, what's his dad's name? Jordan's dad?
Patrick.
Do you have a number to Patrick Lee reach that? Yeah, this is
a list.
Wow. He said, we need a list of all your kids' names. And she said, all the kids? And she's laughing about it. What is so fucking funny? What is so fucking funny?
Sure. Or you can tell me.
Right. Yeah, let's just, tell us the names. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, let's get this list, motherfucker.
Right now, I don't have the number. Just leave it in your number.
Wait a minute. So you let your kid go to Texas with his dad, but yet you don't have his number. So if something was to happen to the child, y'all don't have each other's phone numbers. Nobody can ask questions about nothing. Is he allergic to shellfish or if he? What?
But he's got family, so
yes. I mean, I don't know what he's saying.
There goes that yes. Yes. So anytime y'all hear a woman that constantly saying yes, we know it's a no and that something is wrong.
With Dad.
Yes, with Dad.
When you call him? Yeah.
Huh? Right now, I don't have the number because just leave it in your number.
But he's got family, so
yes. I mean, I don't know what this is pertaining to.
I don't know what this is pertaining to. Again, she says it again. Oh my God. I don't know what this is pertaining to.
Just to the young, oldest to the youngest. And if you know the date of birth, put it under there, that'll be fine.
If you know the date of the birth. He knows he's talking to a piece of shit of a woman, right? He's like, and if you know their births, put it down. He's like, I'm done. This motherfucker's guilty. The cop was wrong. The names of the kids and put down the births if you know it. The date of the births if you know it, because I know you a ratchet ass motherfucker. And put the names of the births if you know them. You freaking crack whore.
How long you been living here?
I've been here about 2 years.
2 years, okay.
1 and 3.
Hmm? Oh, yeah?
The oldest ones that they're probably talking about too is Angel Gilbert. I haven't had custody of them since years ago. Do you need that information too?
Well, you say you had 9?
I'm only missing. Okay.
You had 9, but you're a little short.
Okay, I'm gonna put the ones that I don't have right here. Not custody.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Where are they at?
These ones are he went to foster care. One's with the grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have the other one who took dad to custody.
Okay.
So.
How long you lived here, man?
I've been here too.
2 years. Red flags are raised when the officer realizes that not only are several of her children not in home, but the child he most needs to see is supposedly visiting his father. It is a foolish lie by Rodriguez, since they are not going to take her word without verifying Jordan's location. What's that? Your name? She said your name? He said it was the boy girl.
She says it
Oh,
goes.
Your Mimi?
No, that's Tati. Do I have to go with it?
Tell me something about Patrick. Do you know anything about Patrick?
It says in Texas. I mean, we were together for about 2 years.
What's his last name?
Strong. We wasn't together actually too long. He was just on the internet thing.
Do you know his like when it was his birthday or anything?
No, that I did not. We.
What's Jordan's last name?
Rodriguez. He took it from me.
What?
Your phone number in there?
His phone just recently my phone 216-456-4301.
Okay. So how many kids, you have these children to live with you, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 live with you.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you live here by yourself or
Yeah, technically I'm here by myself. I mean, Chris comes and goes, back and forth.
Chris is the one that's in jail right now.
Yes, he's been in jail since October 24th.
And so Chris is in jail for failed to pay child support. So he's in jail for his kids, and it's just a nightmare.
Okay. Yeah, that's in Medina County.
Yes.
Who was he arrested for?
He was arrested for child support.
Oh, child support?
Yes.
How many kids did he have?
He has one.
One?
He's 15. Yeah.
Oh, the other boy's 15? Okay. Okay. Man, I would really love to get in touch with Jordan.
Okay. Is there any way I can give you when I find the number? I got 2.
Any kids disabled?
He's not really disabled, but that's the one that's with his dad. No.
Oh, what do you mean?
He's just SSI. He can't talk.
Oh,
He's just terrified.
okay. That's the where is he then?
He's staying. He doesn't live there, but he's just visiting for the holiday.
What? In Texas?
Yeah.
And where he usually is there?
Yeah.
Okay. What? You got family members in Texas?
That's why I said, is there a number or something where I can contact you guys?
How long has he been until
You can get it now. It's not a big deal. Wait.
She wants them to get off her ass quick, boy. She's trying to get them up out of there. She said, can I just send it to y'all? You guys are on to me. I mean, you guys are really coming down on me, and she's trying to get them up out of that house, everything. She don't want them to see the living conditions. She don't want them to see none of that stuff. Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. What is this? Wait a minute. Y'all just say, is Just Saying? I don't see Just Saying. Let me see. What happened? Let me pull back up this other screen. But sometimes my other screen doesn't let me see all the chats. Like, it don't let me see part of them. Let me get back into this other screen here and see what the heck. No. We don't need that. Let's see. What is this thing doing? It says, just, I don't see Just Saying for some reason. I don't know. I don't see her in here. But it says, Just Saying, if you don't stop, I'm going to tell Barbie everything that's going on. Damn. Well, shoot. I don't see her in here. I don't know what happened. But you guys can definitely tell me.
Okay.
How long has he been in Texas?
He's been only over there for a couple weeks. Because he goes over there to, visit and stuff like that.
Wait a minute, he goes where to visit?
No.
He goes.
Yeah. I want to say sperm donor.
He goes to Texas to visit?
Yeah. He goes there. He went there last year. Went there this year. Because he just goes to visit family out there. But I mean, other than that, he's here.
So
this lady is such an y'all. Do y'all hear the interview that she gave us versus what she is saying now? I'm saying, well, she said this to them and then came and gave us that bullshit interview. I mean, it's like 2 different people. This lady here is such, oh my God. Are you freaking kidding me?
Jordan has family members in Texas.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Do you know any numbers or how to get in touch with anybody who actually lives in Texas?
I mean, right now, his phone just got disconnected. I'm waiting for him to call me. I don't know.
So you don't even know where. See, that's where you know this lady is lying. Dorothy said, "Hi, Barbie girl. We're getting ready to leave here. We're almost done with this case. We've been here for 2 hours and 30 minutes, girl. You're going to have to rewind, honey. We're almost done with this evil bitch that we've been talking about."
I mean, no. I mean, I don't know the address personally because me and his dad don't really associate like that.
Right. But you let your child go with him, but you all of a sudden you don't know the phone number, you don't know the address, but all of a sudden he gets to go across country with this guy. Yeah, right.
Phone disconnected. He's going to be calling me with the.
Wait a minute. Now the phone is disconnected. She doesn't have the phone number. Somebody else is going to be calling you with the phone number. Yeah, I'm sure you see the title, Dorothy. The title, I'm telling you, the title is nothing compared to what we unveiled in this whole live. The title is crazy. The way we broke this thing down is insane.
Oh, and that's the only way I can contact you.
So right there is where the audio ends. Right there, the cops are getting back in their car. They're writing up the report. But as you guys can see, we have just watched someone just basically lie to our faces about everything about this child and blame everything else on this man when she is just as guilty as this man. So I don't want to keep you guys any longer. I know that there's a lot of content creators and everybody's live, but when I was listening to this while I was playing my game, I thought, man, I need to come over here and tell you guys about this case. I'm glad that we did the show anyway, even though everybody else is live and we just came over here for a minute just to get away from the drama. Now let's get over there back to the drama, I guess, and get back into some of these other chats. Those of you that are just walking in, you could put me on 1.5 speed or 1.25 speed and listen to the playback. You guys don't want to miss this show. If you guys are just walking in, you got what's going on. If you got here halfway and want to listen to the beginning of it, go back through this and listen to how we broke this down. Remember, this is Barbie's Conspiracy and Crime, even though crime is not in the title, but crime is also in our feed. As far as our link to the channel is called Barbie's Conspiracy and Crime. So we do crime over here from time to time. I just had to cut in and do this show really quick. And with that said, you guys did not, I can't say pink pill or red pill, can I? All right. I just say you guys took that conspiracy pill. You guys took that conspiracy pill tonight. I will see you guys in other chats on these YouTube streets. And I might do another show over here tomorrow or whatever, or maybe back on my other channel. We'll see what happens. Depends on what's going on in these YouTube streets and what's happening. No limit. See, so I tried to tell her, Barbie, she won't stop. Oh, wow. Well, Lord have mercy. Well, just mess. I think we do have a Nightbot has a button for the conspiracy. You guys, there's up here, I think it's exclamation point pill. I think anyway, we do have some Nightbot commands over here. We just didn't do them because this was a very serious show over here. There it is. Yeah, exclamation point. So John, you type it in since you have the pill button already in your pocket. Type in the exclamation point pill and let's see what Nightbot has to say. Because if I start looking for the pill button, I got to go into the emojis chart, but you already got yours right there. Oh, thank you, Arabia, for that Cash App. Arabia. Now, earlier, those of you guys that were in here, and those of you that may go back through this feed and listen, earlier Arabia dropped in and was saying that she was listening in. And I don't know if any of you guys heard her say, hey, I'm listening in, and me tell Arabia, I know you're going to be triggered while watching the show. Arabia had something similar that happened to Look, Lemonhead, thank you. Look, Lemonhead told her, thank you for the Cash App. Thank you, Lemonhead. I know I need to type it in. Let me tell you. Lemonhead, you're so funny. Thank you for the Cash App. Let me type it in. He knows I didn't say it. Arabia, thank you for the Cash App. You're so silly. Right. Look at him. I know I normally type it in. He was like, she didn't type it in yet. Thank you, Lemonhead. And you guys, if y'all haven't hit that like button, but Arabia had something similar that happened in her family, y'all. And something nightmarish, kind of like this. So this I know it was hard for her to listen in, but that's what I said. Even if you guys have experienced something like this in your family, and but that's what we're here as the adults do, is to call the police, make sure that these children are protected and these children are not put in harm. You've been in the bushes, Ishmael. Oh, thank you, Ishmael. Did y'all hit that like button? So yeah, that's what we do over here. We do conspiracy and crimes. Yeah, I did. Lemonhead is so crazy. Lemonhead sent me a message on IG and just said, just know I'm always in the bushes watching on your show. He don't come in often, but when he does, he does something crazy or something cool. But yes, he's such a nice guy. But that's what we do over here, y'all. We do conspiracy and crime. Yeah, we do crimes. Yeah, if y'all look at the link to the channel, if you go to my about page and you look at the link, it'll say Barbie's Conspiracy and Crimes. So we do both. And I just so happen to do a crime. If y'all are on the crime roll and want to listen to a crime one that we did, it's the last video that we did before this one. I think that video said we did do a crime. Father, oh yeah. So if y'all didn't watch that one, his father murders his family and then blames it on Satan. Then he wants Jesus to save him. So if y'all want to watch that one, that was the show we did before this one. You guys can put me on 1.25 speed or 1.5 speed. Listen to that show. That show's close to 2 hours, but you can get the, trust me, the time will go just like that if you guys are into that murder stuff. But if you guys are into the conspiracies, we have tons of other conspiracy shows that we've done in the past. Go to the live feed. So when you click on home, it'll give you probably the top 5 shows. But if you want to look at all the things we did, click on that live button and it'll show you all the shows that we made. Let's see. Biz said, I just got 1K views on a short, first time ever. Oh, congratulations. He said, I should have been posting shorts to every NBA game. I should go to game I go to. I got, absolutely. You got season ticket. That's right, Biz. Get in there. Post it. You'll be surprised what people are interested in. You'll be surprised. You'll have a post that you'll make and it'll get 1,000 views. And then sometimes you'll make a post and it might get 300 views. But get in there and find out what people like and what people are interested in and do your thing. Yeah, Dorothy, I thought you did too. Dorothy, I think you be getting different accounts, Dorothy. Dorothy, you be losing accounts and getting different accounts. I mean, what? You did have a wrench over here, you silly goosey. Let's see if we can't fix that. Let's see. Let me go into, they won't let me do it on this other thing. So I got to go into the other channel. Lord have mercy. Yeah, Dorothy, I thought you did too. But anywho, there you are. Who else? Ishmael. Yes, guys. So definitely thanks for coming through. I know other people are live or about to go live. Let's go over there and get back over into that stuff. I may go live on my main channel tonight. I don't know. We'll see if anybody's doing anything or what's going on, but I don't even know what I would be talking about. But I will go live on that other channel if there is nobody else on there. But I thought, like, when I first got on here, it was a ton of people live. But I thought, I got to get over here and tell this story. So I just jumped on here. So with that said, you guys have a great night. And I may go over to my other channel or see what's going on the other channels. I'll see you guys either tonight or tomorrow. Bye.